Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the UCryptoMadness show. I'm your host, Pierre Werner, aka Dr. Reefer, and today, as usual, I'm joined by my world fucking famous out superstar in the superstar, Bob Walker.
And together, we're contributing to the delinquency of minors.
And we have another special guest on. He's come on by popular demand. He's getting really popular in the UCryptoMadness show with the community. And we have James Renoff.
All right, thanks, guys.
How you doing, bud?
I am doing great. Excited tonight to see your interview with Michael. That's going to be huge for everybody.
We're kind of like the Avengers of crypto. That's why I'm wearing my Marvel superhero shirt tonight.
I've got some other guests that are potentially being lined up. I don't know how long. I'm going to share this right now. I don't know how long he's going to be able to stay.
Okay.
You know.
I'll get this shared out too. We need to get this shared to our crypto groups here.
LAX is where I'm going to check in at.
Let me go ahead and refresh.
Feeling excited. Okay, that's one. I'm going to share it on my own timeline. Let's see. Share.
This is all right.
Join us. On this one, I'll check in at the Mob Museum. Still excited. Yep. Post. We got 17 people on now. Nice.
All right.
Okay, so here we go. Tony, what's up, bud? Bam, Wayne. What's up, guys? We're going to have a good show tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be good. I'm pumped.
Yep. All right, James, what's the update that you got for us?
Well, in terms of price with Electroneum or just in general?
Yeah.
It's been, it's holding steady at right around 16 cents, and Bitcoin's kind of gone flat, or gone like a lot of the market other than NEO, as you know.
Yes.
But it's an interesting time. I think when you see Bitcoin kind of flatten for a while, that's almost a good thing in a sense, in that it's just staying the same, and then it's going to have that eventual run up. I'm loving the Electroneums. At least it's holding its position, holding strong.
Right.
I read a really interesting article. It's going to be interesting to see what happens tomorrow, because apparently January 15th is the day that a lot of people on Wall Street get their bonuses.
Yep, I read that same article.
Yeah, wasn't that crazy?
Actually, I posted that article.
Oh, did you? Maybe that's where I read it.
Yeah.
And,
right.
And it's like, and that's food for thought, because I don't think it's going to take much to get Bitcoin going. Once it gets over that 20,000, it's going to have a huge run, and then of course the whole market's going to follow. So, what's going to happen tomorrow? Is there a bunch of people with their bonuses that are those the kind of people you want? Those high risk, let's go get it, ball. Your kind of people. What's that movie? Oh shoot, what's it called? It's all about
Wolf
that guy.
Wall Street?
Yeah, Wolf of Wall Street, right?
Yeah.
Like those kind of dudes. They're all going to get into it, and we'll see. Tomorrow, does Bitcoin have a big pump? I don't know. It's going to be. We'll see.
That's going to be interesting, right? And you know what? What's usually a tell sign?
What's that?
Is that the day before everything's red.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you hate to think that way, but man, when things, there's always manipulation to a certain degree, and when's the best time to buy? When everything's kind of selling, and I I feel like it's kind of the calm before the storm, not just for tomorrow, but just in general. So, is it going to be tomorrow? Is it going to be the month of January, February? I think it's gonna pump like hard soon. Next week, next month, I don't know, but it's going to go nuts. The whole market's going to go nuts, even more so.
So I had predicted that the market would be at 1 trillion in January. Okay, so hold on. Mark has asked this question 2 times. Yeah, man, he's scheduled to come on at 6:30. I've already gave him the link, and hopefully he can make it.
So in 20 minutes, 9:30 Eastern.
Yeah.
Yep. So, within about 20 minutes. So, guys, what we want you to do, as usual, is go ahead and share this out to your crypto groups and, your pages so we can get as many people in here for the interview as possible. That's why we started the show promptly at 9 o'clock this evening to be able to get as many people in here for Michael's interview. And we're going to have a couple other people. We got James right now, and then we've got one of the Baxter family is going to be on a little bit later. So, thanks to everybody that donated there and helped out with that. We appreciate you guys. And we're going to rock this interview. Look, guys, I even took notes. I got notes, questions, professional.
Professional. You still professional, Bob.
That's right.
Everybody have their questions ready too, other than.
Yeah, guys. Get your questions ready.
Except for the ones, hey, what about Litecoin? What's going to happen with Litecoin? Nobody gives a shit tonight. So just keep that on the back burner. We got other stuff on the agenda. So we're going to try to get this done and, get as many questions answered as we can in the show and do what we do.
Has the volume gone down, James?
In terms for Electroneum?
Yeah.
It definitely has. I want to say the last I checked. Actually, I have it up right now. I've got 2 monitors now to make it even worse now. 2 monitors on my desk. So one side.
Did you go buy another monitor to do this?
I had one that I had to put together already, but I just put it together today. So Electroneum's volume is under 7 million. So it's it was at 15 million the other day. It's now down to just under 7 million. So that's kind of its kind of base level. I've seen is between 6 and 7 million, and then when there's news, it shoots up. It was 40 million when it had that first big news with the letter of intent, and then it was 15 million with the talking about the new exchanges. So, but it's hanging in there, and just once we see. Just forget about the news. Forget about what Michael's going to talk about. Forget about all that. Just when the market goes up itself, like I expect it to, you're going to see it go up anyway. The biggest thing right now, it really doesn't have much keeping it from going up to 20 cents. I mean, it can get there and it will get there. It's once it gets up to basically where the record was at 1,400 Satoshis. It's at 1180 right now. That's a big wall, like 50 Bitcoins. At 1,400. That's the big one. If it can pass that, I thought 18 was a lot the other day when we spoke. It was 18, and it got past those 18, and then it pulled back. But once it gets to 1,400 Satoshis, then it has 55 Bitcoin it has to pass. So, but it's one of those tests it has to get through.
Yeah.
Today was kind of like a shooter's choice, right? Everything was down. You could just about throw a dart and buy that coin and probably catch it on the rebound, right? Buy it on the dip.
All coins except the one that Pierre holds. Those are...
And I. Oh. Hey, thanks, Pierre. I made 17.5 this week.
17,500.
Yep.
Great.
When it was over 50, right?
Great, because I know you're going to pay it back. And on top of that, I think your daughter's agreed to join the little UCryptoMadness show.
Yeah, you missed it. She came in here and tried to demand stuff like, I want all of it. And I'm like, get this away from me.
Really?
Yeah, she was trying to be like demanding. I'm like, hey, it's in my wallet. I have to transfer it.
Yep.
So I control those dice.
That's what my wife was saying today. She's like, "Can you buy me like some Bitcoin?" And I'm like, she's like, "Can you buy $100 of Bitcoin?" I'm like, all of a sudden, somehow, if I buy her $100 of Bitcoin, you know, she's gonna withdraw 20 grand from my account. Like I could just, you know, I'm like,
Right.
just let me handle that. Her money too, in a sense, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. It's all good.
Yeah, I'll keep that password to myself though.
Hey guys, I know you're just coming in the show. Michael Stolliare is supposed to be on in the next 20 minutes or so. So please get this shared out and get the room filled up. Get your questions ready so we can get this thing going on as soon as he comes in. It's going to be a great show. We were just going over with James a little bit of the happenings on the market, and what do you think about Bitcoin dominance is going down, James?
I think you're going to continue to see that happen until it has its big run. It's never going to pull back to where it was. Those days are long gone. But when it has its run, it's going to pull up a little bit. But I don't think it'll ever go over 50 again. I mean, maybe it hits 40 if it goes on a big run. Like if Lightning Network comes to the Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin needs that right now. It needs Lightning. It needs something like that, or it's screwed.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it'll always have its place, but I was getting nervous there when Ripple was getting up there. I said, man, if Ripple passes market cap of Bitcoin, but that obviously is not happening at this point. But I
understand.
Bitcoin's Bitcoin is gonna reach big numbers. It's gonna reach 40,000. It's gonna reach 50,000. But again, that's a 3x, and you can and that's cool. But Electronium, for some people, it's going to 100x.
Wait, and record this right now. What did you just say? Say it. Go ahead. Say it again.
What, Electronium?
Yeah, Electronium what?
Is going to 10x, 100x.
This is such a different guy from 2-3 weeks ago.
I told you guys, I drank the Kool-Aid, man.
That's awesome, man. I love it.
Right?
And, I just, it's like a little mind shift, you just change it and then all of a sudden you see it, I see, like, it's so weird. Like because Bitcoin 20x for me or something, which again is so crazy. And you see all these other coins that did crazy, but it's almost like you just, you know what I mean? You just kind of like push it to the side.
Electronium's like 17x, right? 16, 17x in a couple months. So, man, it's awesome.
And it's going to go, it's just that I'm so excited for, the dollar was, for Electronium to hit $1 to me was kind of like the holy grail. But now I'm starting to think, I'm like, man, what, where, maybe go $2, maybe go, you know what I mean? Like I'm starting to, and then you start looking at market cap and you're like, man, it wouldn't hit this. There's all these limitations you have. But the thing is though, well, what happens when the market cap is now $1 trillion? What happens when the market cap's now $2 trillion? Well, who's to say that your expectations...
Like, look right now, James, that there's basically over $100 billion that is missing from the market. And look at where NEO is at right now. Like, if that 100 billion comes back, that NEO should be like 180, 190, maybe even over 200.
And that's the thing; it just keeps pushing. Everybody's like, Bitcoin could never be $2. Bitcoin could never be 1,000. It could never be 20,000. The market could never be $1 trillion.
All those Debbie Downers,
and I'm still like that, because again, I'm like, how could Electronium become worth $3? Because that would be the market cap of this. Well, again, what if the market cap's now 4x?
Yeah,
your expectations should 4x. You've just got to open your mind,
and that's very reasonable. Because when the market cap first started, January last year, the total market cap was, I think, 17 billion. And it ran up to 600 billion. So how many X's is that, right?
Right.
Like, just to get to to get to 1 trillion, I think 1 to 3 trillion is very reasonable. When you compare it to the stock exchange, to NASDAQ.
If you ever seen those graphs and you're like, because I always think of this, the cryptocurrency market is so huge, but when you compare it to gold and then you compare it to whatever or derivatives and all this stuff, it's like it's this little tiny speck.
Yeah, 1%.
And so, so when you start looking at that, and that's the thing, I think 2018 we're starting off slow, but again, it's gonna go nuts, and we, in terms of Electronium, are sitting in a freaking great position, because that's the thing. You don't want to buy when it's at the top. You want to buy there when it's going steady, or it's about to hit that curve and do that parabolic run that we all want. And it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. And I think that's going to be part of what I'm excited about, is seeing Michael's vision. We all know that a lot of people are looking for him to get Electronium on the big exchanges. But it'd be nice to see if he can give some nuggets as to his thoughts on that, his thoughts on where it can go. I'm just really excited to hear his vision of things.
Yeah, and you've seen the interviews, so you know that this guy, he's pretty dynamic. I liked it in the interviews.
I looked up his LinkedIn. He was an archer.
He was an archer?
Yeah, he was an archer. He also
give us some more info. I didn't look up his LinkedIn.
Yeah, he was an archer. He was starred in musicals. I had all this stuff from this past. He was in an alternative rock band.
Yeah, I saw him with I did a Google search on him, and I saw him holding a guitar with a black shirt, but it had red flames, fire flames on it. I thought it looks pretty cool. I think
he's right up our alley.
So
yeah,
and the
crypto assassin.
He's different stuff, and he was I forget which college he went to, but he was a top 100 student at his college.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think he majored in clinical psychology, I believe it was. It was definitely psychology, which is interesting in this field. So, but he's a talker, and that's what Electronium needs. It needs the guy to be like, look, like a champion. Going to be a valuable resource, and he's done. Look what he did with Verge.
What did he do with Verge?
Well, Verge.
Tell me.
It's my understanding that he was one of the major reasons that Verge was getting on these bigger exchanges. Like, he was a driving force for that.
That's my understanding as well.
He can obviously speak to that better than I could, but I would, again, whatever his role was, we saw what Verge did, and I'd love to see Electronium go on that same path. And if he's a catalyst to do that, then all the better.
Right. I totally agree with that. What say you, Bob?
Yeah, any way that he can help Electronium out, I'm down with that for sure. Again, they're all hush-hush about what exchanges were going on and trying to get on. I think this next exchange, I don't even think that was an Electronium sponsored event. I think next exchange was just like, okay, you're going to be on our exchange. And they just added them. I don't think that's an Electronium, one of the four.
It did. Well, no, it is one of the four. It's not one of the three that there's three that they're going after, and Next is one of the four exchanges, but they had nothing to do with Next.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
But it's all good, It's just another piece, because I think there is a certain percentage of people that, are Electronium isn't necessarily all things to all people yet, but there's a certain group of people that when they see it on one exchange, they get nervous. What if Cryptopia all of a sudden tomorrow says, sorry, Electronium, screw you? Well, then for a second, they're not on any exchange. So I think it's nice, regardless of how big Next is, it's nice to have choice. And then ultimately, once they're on deemed a bigger exchange, be it Binance, Bittrex, or Poloniex, or whatever, I'm hoping at least one of those three, then you're going to see a big spike.
Yeah, I don't think Cryptopia would drop them. I mean, they're like the number one traded
that's true
coin on Cryptopia right now, right? So,
yeah.
I'm not nervous of them dropping them. I'm just saying that some people, typically people that don't really care so much about their coins, when they're looking and they see only one exchange, I don't know. To me, anyway, I don't really like that. I don't really like that it's only on one exchange, personally.
Yeah, me neither. I'm hoping Poloniex is the next one, but whatever.
It'd be
I'm
nice
sure.
if we sneak something out of him, Pierre. I know you.
Yeah, I'll try, man. I'll try. Like, I'm surprised he's not in the lobby right now. I just texted him just to make sure if we were still on. He hasn't texted back, so I don't know. I hope he shows up. We built this up.
Yeah. Well,
I
he
would hope so.
did say he was coming, so.
Yeah. I'm going to be buying ETN to buy into titanium ICO within the next 5 days.
That's another thing too. I'm assuming you guys are also going to be talking about the titanium ICO tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
Have you guys been kind of going hard at that, or just kind of looking at it? What are your thoughts?
Well, you know, we did like 2 shows, man, where we went over the whole 30-something page white paper.
Nice.
So yeah, we got some questions. Yeah, we definitely got some questions.
So you're seriously considering it, or?
Yeah, because it's hard to bet against this man.
Right.
You know, I mean, he shows all the characteristics of a winner. You know, and if he can, you know, motivate his following, I wouldn't put my money against him. That's for sure. And I might put it with him.
Yeah, the only thing that kind of leads me into a little bit of hesitation is the timeline, right? The roadmap is showing like a 2020 release. So, okay, so we put our money in now. I mean, are we waiting till 2020 before it does anything? You know, do we have?
Yeah.
You know, don't know.
And is there a holding period? Right? Isn't that typical now that you have to wait like 6 months or a year or something like that to get your money?
No.
Have you heard of that before with ICOs, like a holding period?
You know what? It hasn't been, well, it's been done for like the main investors, but it hasn't been done for people that get like a bonus. Because I was thinking about doing that for my ICO. And I've got some news on that, James. Have I updated you on the news over there about that?
How'd it go with your consultation and all that?
Oh, it went great, dude. Looks like I'm going to retain Dan Steele to help me out. What's that noise?
That's somebody's microphone.
Is that you, James?
What is it?
It's like some kind of scratchy noise.
It's stopped now.
Yeah, okay. Okay, what was I talking about?
Sorry, Dan Steele, and you're also just your news on your ICO?
Oh, yeah, like it's going to cost me like 150, 200,000. But he's going to basically get me to where I can get the pre-ICO. And with the work that he does, I should be able to raise $1 to $5 million and put that into the ICO.
Is in terms of that raising, like the typical ICO process? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's like, we can work this. Nice.
Hey, maybe you need to talk to Michael about that, because they have the ICO incubator, which is a step-by-step ICO builder.
Yeah.
With them too.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Pierre, where you obviously had definite success in terms of investing in ICOs, do you have some initial thoughts in terms of stuff that you didn't like with the ICO process that you would do differently, or like what?
Yeah. So one of the things I'm thinking is I like being rewarded with 50% bonus. I like that, and I want my.
Here, move your camera, bro.
Okay.
When you lay back, I can't even see you.
Yeah, I saw that, but I wanted to show you guys here my little setup here that I've got. You know, my little Aztec warrior with the dream catcher and the
crypto guy.
To the crypto god, I can summon the crypto gods here. Right?
So
they are on
we're
our
about,
side, man, with Neo. Okay, so move the camera.
yep, we got
Bam.
about
There
4
you go.
minutes till Michael is supposed to join us. So
And
hopefully
just kick
he's
me
on
off
time.
if he shows up right now. I won't be offended.
No worries, man. We hope to bring you on afterward too.
Yes. So okay. So you like 50%.
So 50%. I like that, man. Like that rewards the investors who are getting in. Okay, what I don't like though is that it brings in people who dump as soon as it hits the exchanges. So what I'm thinking is that the 50% bonus will be locked up for maybe you get 10% every month for 5 months. And that way we're insured that you can't dump on us. That's the biggest thing.
But you get your 100% immediately.
But yeah, you get your 100% immediately.
Do you get your 10% regardless of whether? Look, if I was involved in your ICO, first of all, I would not be personally wanting to dump because I'd be thinking you'd be looking to make this go 100x if that's been your or more.
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, would that work that you do you have to keep your whole 100% there in order to get your 10% going forward, or could you technically dump your 100% and then get your 10% in the additional months?
So what I like it is, it's held up until the ICO starts, right? Until you release, and so it's held up for like 6 weeks or whatever, until the ICO finishes. Then it commences. Then you get your principal plus 10%, and then the next month another 10%. The next month another 10 until your bonus is completely paid out. I think that's fair. That's rewarding. And that should also give confidence to the investors that like, okay, everyone's going to play like this, huh? And the kind of customers that this guy is looking for holders and people that aren't going to dump.
Right.
And investors, I hope, will respect that.
And that's part of the game, if you will, too, is that there's a strategy and people are clearly investing. They want to invest in a winner, but they want to see a plan, and they want. It's not always talked about. It's not always talked about. Here's the price that we're trying to get this to. In fact, it might not ever be talked about. But in the back of everyone's mind that's investing, they're thinking about that. So also you need to think about, or I'm wondering about in terms of how many coins you have. Like, are you thinking about those kind of things too? Like, is there a certain coin that you're like, man, there's a lot of good points with this that I would potentially be inspired by, like having a lot of coins, like Electronium or whatever, or like whatever Neo did. Is there things like that, or what do you see that maybe yours is different? Have you thought about those kind of aspects yet?
Yeah, like I know where I'm going with this, man, and I've said it before. I don't want to say it right before we have a guest that's supposed to come on, but we'll talk about that after the show.
Sure. I'm just excited about it. That's all. And I know you need to think about it and get it exactly where you need it to be. But I just think it's great because you've had such good success here that I'm like, man, if you have a vision and you think your ICO is hot, I'm like, damn, it's going to be hot.
Not only do we have a vision, man, but this Dan Steele guy, he's got a team here already in Las Vegas. He's got 12 blockchain developers here in Las Vegas. Okay. And it's local. Yeah. And the credibility that he brings right off the bat is huge, and he's going to, like, we're going to strategize. I'm paying $10,000 a month just to strategize with the whole team. And they're going to analyze all the gains and structures of previous ICOs. And we're going to take the best from everything and make it better.
That's what I wanted to hear. That's what I wanted to hear,
Yeah.
And we need people of your magnitude too, James, that have marketing skills to help with the marketing.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man! I'd be all over that.
Like I'm bringing in Don Wilson, man.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
for those of you that don't know Don is like, wow, he's the man.
Marketing god, right?
he just oozes marketing, like he's on another level. I'm a decent marketer. He's, I'm not on his level at all.
Yeah, me neither, man. Me neither.
And what he's done with Gear Bubble, I mean, from basically, from an idea to a company that he'll probably, sell for multiple.
He was telling me hundreds of millions.
I was gonna say 9 figures. Because he's been mentored by guys like Com Misra, who's a probably worth $500 million, if not more.
That's his mentor.
Yeah.
He's got a direct line to Com.
And so Com is all about like flipping companies and investing. And so if Don gets involved and is like, wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Forget about e-marketing for you,
That's exactly what I want to bring Don in on. And
nice.
We've kicked the wheels. We kick the wheels all the time. And his CTO is one of the best blockchain developers in the world. And they're trying to come up with something too. I don't want to give it away.
Don's CTO or the gentleman you just talked about?
Don's CTO.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. He was telling me like this guy made Gear Bubble part, what it is today. Like he just, bam, helped it. That's how he put it to me, man. But, with him.
You're getting the pieces coming together. I can already sense it.
Yeah, man. Like I've got him. I've got his girlfriend, Rachel, my lawyer, my accountant. Yeah.
And world famous miner Bob.
And Bob's on board.
Yeah. You are on board. I mean, basically everybody at that mastermind is on board too.
Nice. I'd be all over it. Pierre, I want to know everything I can get out of you about it.
We're gonna document the steps all the way through it.
See, here's the thing. I thought, Pierre, you were a driving force for Electroneum because I heard that all over the internet marketing community. I was like tired of it, and I was like, all these marketers are talking about this, and I didn't know where it was coming from, and I was just like, everybody's talking about it, and it was coming from you. I realize that now.
That's the best marketing plan, right?
Yeah.
You don't know who it comes from.
Imagine, so you've got the people that are in the crowd, but you brought the marketers into it. Imagine when you get Don and his crew in it, you get the guys into it, and you look at this as an opportunity rather than just crypto. It's for marketers, it's for everybody, and you get I don't know what that point is, but you get enough. It's going to be like, wow, just think of it this way: you could have I don't see a problem with you having as much hype as Electroneum had coming out if you wanted to. So
yeah, I've got an all-star team, bud.
That's awesome.
And I've got this show. I've got 20,000. I mean,
now here's the thing. You've got the look. You made X. You're worth $1 million, $2 million.
Oh, yeah, and that
right now, right? So you got that initially. It's like, look, I've done this. I'm not just some joker, right? Is that your guy?
Yeah. Yep. Coming now.
Okay. See you guys later then.
Oh no! Hold on, man. Until he gets to the lobby, and then.
Just hey guys.
Quick. Yeah. Go ahead.
That was Michael Stolliare is getting ready to come on the show. So please give us one more share out to your crypto groups and your personal pages and get as many people as you can in here. We need to blow this up and show the support for Electroneum and. Michael Stolliare taking his time to be on the Crypto Madness show and sharing with you guys and answering some of your questions as well.
But just real quick though, with what you've done yourself in terms of investing, Pierre, the community you've built, then you're going to have a bunch of people that now Electroneum is not going to be worth $1 or $2 or wherever it's at. So you've taken those people, made them money. Then it's going to be a perfect storm for when you come out with yours, and then they'd be like, damn. I've done it for other people. Now it's, hey, here it is.
Right.
So
okay.
All right, guys.
Hold on, man. He's
I
he
don't want
want,
to, I'm excited.
You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss the show.
he wants me to email him the link, and it's tough because I'm on my desktop, so I got to copy to clipboard, and let me come over here to compose email.
And Bob,
So
it's exciting, man.
Let me do this, and you guys, talk for a little bit.
I was just gonna say, Bob, it's so cool that you came in as a as you said it, a newbie, and you're not a newbie now, obviously, but you came in and you took the full plunge, took the bull by the horns, got in there with Pierre, saw that opportunity. So it's like, damn, man, you're right. You're just catching that wave. It's exciting.
Yeah, I've actually had really great timing from getting in when China announced their news and Bitcoin dropped and buying in right then, and didn't have a lot of resources, but just seized the moment and the opportunity that presented itself. And same thing with Electronium, and just trying to do what I can, just like everybody else, right? Buy on the dips and make it happen. And,
all right. Yeah, let me cut in here. All right, James, we got to let you go.
All right, see you guys.
Michael.
All right. Thank you, James.
Okay, let me move him into the broadcast.
You guys can hear me, or you guys can hear me?
We can hear you. Yep. What's up, Mike? Hey, Michael, can you lower your camera a little, because I want to highlight the.
Try.
Yeah, right there.
It's using the laptop camera, not my high def camera. I don't know why.
You still look sexy, Michael, so it's all good.
Damn right.
So, Michael, introduce yourself, bud, or yeah.
Sure. My name is Michael Stolliare. I'm the founder and CEO of two technology companies, EHI, a standard cloud services enterprise management company, and Titanium, which is a blockchain infrastructure as a service delivery company. That's me.
All right. And so let's go over. We even took like a whole show, and probably like a whole show and a half to go over your white paper. So we've got some questions on that. And we were hoping, man, we were hoping you would come on, because of all the questions. And I'm not sold completely. I'm not sold completely. Like, I watched a couple of your interviews. I like your attitude, your ambition. Like, it's hard to bet against you.
Yeah, kind of like
I wouldn't put it. Yeah,
I would not do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't put any money against you. But so now I want to see if I put the money with you. All right.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so you worked with Verge. Tell us what you did with Verge.
Well, I was an investor first. I was doing what a lot of people do. At the time, there wasn't like 1,500 odd assets on CoinMarketCap.com, so I was very fortunate to start investing in Ethereum when it was only $4 a piece. So yeah,
got in a little bit before me.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, because I got in around the $8 area.
Congratulations! We should form like a club, like the Early ETH Investors Club, or something like that, right?
Might be the Early Titanium Investors Club,
right?
Yeah,
well, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with copycatting, no problem. But I did what a lot of people did. They got, they bought their Bitcoin, they got their Coinbase account, they got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, whatever, right? But I quickly realized that that was not going to put me in a state of financial freedom. Okay, I did exceptionally well working EHI to the bone, but there was no home run smart bullet there. So I went to the bottom of the cryptocurrency, the CoinMarketCap website. I started working upwards, and I'm like, okay, this is a bunch of garbage, until I found a few, including Verge, and I'm like, hey, this has got potential. This is a real. This is less than a penny at the time, and and I'm like, something's wrong here. This is like some sort of gift from Santa. I believe in Santa again. This type of thing. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, let's buy 20, 30 million.
Wow.
And I did. Yeah, sure.
Went balls deep on it.
Yeah.
I mean, go for it, go big or go home. I mean, that type of phrase applies to people like me. I'm an entrepreneur, and so I had the built-in risk, tolerance thing was extremely high. And I'm like, hey, man, if I'm going to take a shot at this, I'm going to use a double-barrel shotgun. And I just went after that thing. Yeah,
like,
good.
This past year, man, actually, I invested, a year and a half ago, probably back in July. And I started with 20,000, and I put since then I've put probably another 28,000 in, and I'm a crypto multi-millionaire now.
Hey, so am I.
Right on. Hey, you got into Electronium as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. As soon as, and that was it. Well, anyway, so you get the point about Verge, right? But then I will answer that question. I did get into Electronium. Okay.
All right.
But as an investor, I saw Verge doing this sine wave thing, kind of like a snake.
Trading sideways, yeah.
What is going on here? This doesn't make a lot of, and so as you're fully aware, there's a lot of manipulation in the markets going on. And I'm thinking that, there's 5, 10 whales, boosting a wall and taking advantage. Maybe, yeah. I mean, unless somebody else can give me a valid reason for it going on for so long. So it could be that. I mean, I can't exclude it. What I say, I cannot exclude it from the conversation if you talk to me about Verge. It's a possibility. Okay? Am I saying it?
I think all the coins have been pumped and dumped. I don't think there's a coin out there that's been able to get away from that. But I don't really necessarily believe that the big whales are the ones doing it. Like, don't you think they got better stuff to do?
Say it again? I'm sorry.
Don't you think that they have better stuff to do? Like,
sure.
I do.
Yeah, there's guys out there that name themselves after Verge and mention the term whale, don't they? One's a pal of mine. He wears one of my shirts.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, so anyways, not this one.
Okay.
A little obvious branding here.
Here's mine.
Thank you. Mine. Oh, yeah, okay. I've got to get one of those, I guess.
Yeah, you do. Hey, you're located in Los Angeles, correct?
Yeah, North Hollywood. I'm in Sherman Oaks, man.
Wow, great. Yeah. I'm in Las Vegas. You ever come to Vegas?
Okay. Oh, well, I got a 10-month-old, but I'm infamous for going to the Aria and playing blackjack.
All right. So then, when you came into Vegas and you saw the billboards, did you ever see one with this huge pot leaf on it, and then it said Dr. Reefer?
No.
They were all over town. Okay. All right.
I'm sure you are.
That's the Dr. Reefer.
No. Next time I come out there, I usually stay at the Aria or the Cosmo, and I'll let you know I'm coming. But if you come here, I mean, you know how it is. Every weekend, it's like, well, what are you going to do this weekend? Well, I don't have any definite plans. If you're in Los Angeles, don't have any definite plans. So going to Vegas. It's like that. It's really true.
I'll come to LA too, man. We were just talking about that the last show. That one of my favorite hotel over there is the Adventure.
Yeah. Okay.
It's kind of ghetto, but it's really fun.
Well, I guess that's that risk awareness thing. It's like, hey, I wonder what trouble I'm going to get in this time.
Yeah.
So I get it. So anyways, Verge, back to that, of course, on the outside, I'm like, what is going on? So it's either that market manipulation thing going on, but I'm like, well, they don't have somebody that's selling this damn thing. You can have the greatest product in the world, and if there's not somebody who tells anybody about it, it may be this one of these hidden secrets, and how they are. It's a black box. If you ask a question, the chances of me winning the California State Lottery are greater than one of those guys getting back to you. So I'm like, they need a salesman, and they need a marketing guy, and I'm a highly technical individual. I'm an expert in enterprise management, but my first job out of college was being a marketing communications specialist for Eastman Kodak in the youth market, 18 to 35. So you can see the synergy here. It's like crypto, boom.
I think you and Bob really get along well too.
Yeah.
Tech geek.
Yeah, he's minor Bob, and he's really a tech geek. He helped me build up the pool, an ETN pool. It's on UCrypto right now. And how many miners we got there, Bob?
Right now we're running at 159, so we're still up.
That's a lot.
We're not back at our high, but you know we're getting back. So
awesome.
It's
I like that.
Yeah,
like
we had
that.
some problems with some guys that sabotaged our pool and whatnot, you know. But yeah,
tell them to get a hobby or get a girlfriend.
Yeah,
do that,
exactly. Like,
you don't be sabotaging things. Yeah.
So then you contacted Verge?
Yeah, I just started knocking on the door. I'm like, okay, I knew it was an all-volunteer organization. They emphasized that. And for me, from an outside perspective, I respected it. And I was like, geez, these guys really must believe in this damn thing. They're not getting paid. Right? I mean, you know, that was another incentive for me. I'm like, shit, I'm getting into this, you know, right?
And and they just all work for the value of the coin? That is pretty cool.
They bought it. No, there's no pre-mine. There's no ICO process, even though I don't necessarily agree with that, obviously. You can't start a business unless you get money. Where's it coming from? It's got to come from somewhere. It's either my pocket, but if I told you I was putting my own money up against titanium, you'd know right there I am not a businessman who knows what the hell he is doing. Because the first thing they tell you is use other people's money, OPM. Boom. Okay, so anyways, but I'm on the outside. I'm not saying, you know, I'm not evaluating them in terms of are they great businessmen. I'm like, am I going to make a lot of money off this thing or not? That's it. So I'm like, okay, if nobody else is going to do it, I'm volunteering. So I start knocking on the door. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, you need a marketing guy? You need a salesman? You need somebody that can be the face and voice of Verge? That's me. Let me in. Boom, boom, boom. You know, like 5-10 times. So probably because they got annoyed at me asking, it's like, let's shut this Stolliare guy up. You know, they said, okay, sure, we'll give you a try. You know, so I talked to their core team, and they brought me in, and I started doing what you probably know I did. I started talking to the people in the environment, and they're like, somebody at Verge talked to me. Oh, hallelujah. You know, this type of thing. And also I was exceptionally good at getting in touch with exchanges and convincing them to list Verge on those exchanges one way or another. That's kind of what I'm known for with Verge, being the voice of Verge, people, you know, the people person at Verge, and selling various things to the Verge community.
Do you have any
nothing to worry about and exchanges?
Do you have any contacts at Poloniex?
I don't, but it seems like now every day somebody's getting in touch with me. It's like, Mike, can you help us too? There's a lot of stuff going on right now.
Hey,
I'm like, sure, I can help you.
You know what, Mike? I am launching my own ICO as well.
So it's got to be on titanium. You're going to be the first one on titanium.
I don't know. I'm actually thinking about doing my own blockchain too, but I would love to. I've retained Dan Steele. He's got 12 blockchain developers here in Vegas, and we're going to start this off February 1st, and should end some, you know, with the whole white paper, the smart contract audited, and I'm going to need someone to assist me getting it onto the exchanges as well.
I'll do it.
Like that is cool.
Count me on me right now. That's it.
And
done deal. I'm doing
Whoa, hey, that's a fist bump right there.
We'll give you that.
So anyways, yeah, so this is not my first rodeo, you know, titanium or whatever. And so this electronium thing, I'm finally getting back to it. I also, you know, as an investor, did that over and over again. I had reminders on my calendar every day. Look at coin market cap, find new coin that's undervalued, that has valuable technology that I think is going to grow in value. Right?
Simple.
And so we're going click, 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 electronium. What the hell is that thing? Oh, they're in England. Okay. You know, and then I went through my criteria. Is the project run by a businessman, not a developer?
Exactly, right? Exactly.
And up until, because I dealt with that at Verge. There's nothing wrong with these, you know, individuals, you know.
Nothing wrong at all, but businessmen know better.
Yeah. Developers, I always say, and you've probably seen my other videos, right? They're like dogs chasing butterflies. They're like, okay, the plan is to do this, and they start trudging down that road. But if another prettier butterfly or different butterfly that's interesting comes along, it's like,
ooh, new shiny object.
Yeah, it's magpie thing. Yeah, I think I'll use that analogy next because I keep on hitting this dog and butterfly thing. It's going to get boring. So I'm going to use magpie. Shiny object. Oh,
yeah.
Exactly. And, and suddenly all the timelines are missed. Everybody's pissed off. And if there's somebody on the inside, like somebody correctly referred to me as the enforcer of blockchain recently. If I'm on the inside there, those developers are not doing that. It's like, oh, there's a shiny object or new pretty butterfly. Yeah, too damn bad. You're working for me, and this is our objective. Here's the project plan. Do you see new shiny object or other prettier butterfly in this damn thing? No. So you got two options. Continue down the road I told you, or you're fired.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. The blockchain enforcer, because I'm like the blockchain. Actually,
I like it.
As a matter of fact, I'm the blockchain gangster. And what's funny is I have a Facebook group that's called the Blockchain Gangsters. Huh? No, it's called it's a new one that's called, well, actually I did that one even before this one, but it's really for my buds. It's called Blockchain Gangsters, No Punks Allowed.
All right. Yeah, I hate punks.
Yeah, right. There are, man.
Get that, 44 Magnum out. That type of thing. I'm that way too. So you get the point.
I'll bring you a mug. I'll bring you a mug.
All right, I'm going to give you one of my mugs. I've got lots of stuff. You're going to be titanium. Oh, okay. But the gun handle, okay. This is one of these
drinking your coffee.
Where marketing-wise, I've been beaten. I must admit. As an NRA Life member, I have been beaten.
Hey, and you know what's funny about that, Mike? I'm a 5-time convicted felon, certified career criminal. I cannot own a gun. I got this.
Really? But you got a coffee mug.
Yeah. So when my parole officer would come over, I could like point at him like I was going to shoot him. Sometimes I would. And he's like, yeah, I said, yeah, I like to clown around. I got locked up. I got locked up for medical marijuana. I owned a dispensary. What? Yeah. So I'm really famous here in Vegas.
Green? I've got to ask, is the headphones green because of that?
No, I bought these yesterday, and the other ones were no, green like Neo.
Green like Neo. I love Neo.
Yeah,
even Neo's part. But yeah,
I got into Neo. Hey, let me tell you about Neo.
I wasn't into ant shares. Beat that.
I was into ant shares. I've been in it since ICO number 2, and I put 2.
Whoa.
Yeah, I put 2 Bitcoins into it. And
okay, you beat me.
I
beat you on Ethereum, but we're tied now.
Yeah, I calculated my my holdings today at Neo at 157 with 96 cents. Yeah, and my holdings equal $1,640,000.
I'm pretty close to you. I went in heavier, but later. But I'm close.
That's just my Neo. It's just my Neo.
Yeah.
How much did you?
It's going to be a battle.
I'm right on. I got a worthy opponent over here.
Yeah. Hey, but that's one of those battles that you both win.
Yeah.
There's no losers.
Thing only goes so far, right, guys?
Exactly. Hey, so I heard in one of your interviews that you bought a shit ton of electronium, and
because of what I did. I thought, here's a businessman, Richard. I'm like, what?
But I thought in that interview he let you off a little lightly because, like, what's a shit ton to you? Because I bought a shit ton. I consider the shit. As a matter of fact, ETN has been the largest investment in any ICO that I've made. So I wanted to see what's a shit ton to you, and I'll tell you what's a shit ton to me.
Okay. On the weak side of 5 million.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, you whipped his ass.
After Verge, I was like, oh, Verge 2, the sequel, Electronium.
Nice. I bought 1 million coins, and then I also, through the referral and the bonuses, I got another 1,200,000 and something thousand. So I'm at like 2.2 something million.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's real nice.
I was thinking about taking.
Convicted felon, you're doing good.
Oh yeah, man. I'm worth like around 3 mil. 3 mil.
All right.
Somewhere around there. I've got some of the world's top internet marketers on my side, man. I don't know if you know Don Wilson.
It rings a bell, but man, recently I've been focused on titanium 100%. I didn't even pay attention to the fires out here. I had a friend from Texas say, "Hey, Mike's getting close. It's in Bel Air," and I'm like, "What?" I didn't know. Seriously, it's a true story. He called me up. I was in the parking lot at Chase Bank, and Jason is his name. He works for EHI and he works for Titanium now. And he's like, "Hey, man, the fires are getting close, Mike." I didn't even know. He knew before me. You know, kind of weird.
Yeah. You're like, make sure. Let me grab my hardware wallet.
Where's that ledger?
Okay, so we've sped up now to your investment in ETN. Now, how did you collaborate with ETN? Like, did you call or did he call you, or how did this go down? And let me grab a beer real quick.
Another one. Seriously.
I told him he should just put the cooler right there. So, while he's gone, let me ask a question. Michael, being the CEO of Titanium and also working with Electronium, how do you envision balancing between the two of them?
Well, I'm a hired gun. I mean, I did that for 20 years at EHI. Although I have no problem being involved at this level with Electronium as long as they need me. Maybe Richard would say otherwise, but my involvement is to come in and fix two problems, and I will fix them. And after I fix them, they can cut me loose to go back to Titanium. Now I've got a bunch of, as time has gone on and Titanium's become more and more successful, my ability to bring in more and more people that I can delegate things to that I trust has increased elliptically. And so now it's not simple because I'm working 24/7 on this thing until I sell 35 million bars, right?
Okay. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. Good. What are the two problems that Electronium hired you for?
Well, the get Electronium on other exchanges besides Cryptopia problem is number one, I would think. I think it's ridiculous, and because of my proven track record with Verge, I have the capability to put them on the same exchanges and wallets as Verge. I have the same contacts. I get in touch with them. That's
Makes sense, right?
But why is that an issue, though? Why is it? I mean, we're like the number one volume traded coin right now on Cryptopia. You would think that these other exchanges would just want to jump in.
Yeah, don't they want the business? This should be a no-brainer, an easy one.
It should. It should. It's a kind of a sensitive discussion. I'm usually extremely transparent, but let's say now that I've got this,
are there egos involved?
There always are. Absolutely. And it's hard. That's why you need a kind of a specialist like myself to get that type of thing done, is because I learned, just like the ICO process, it's not like there's a bunch of mentors out there, because there's consultation agencies out there that would happily take $100,000 from you to help you through the process. They have no idea what they're talking about. I talk to them, and I'm not going to say they're a scam, but they are leveraging the fact that people don't know how to do this thing right. And I'll write a couple of books, ICOs for dummies and ICOs for idiots, after I'm done with this thing, so everybody knows exactly what to do. But until that time, they're praying. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Yes, I will. Yes.
I mean, those are real books right now.
No, not real books right now. At the end of this I haven't gotten through the entire process. At the end of it, I will write them.
Okay, I will
write them both.
I need some consultation.
You're going to get it.
Right on. I'll come to LA. Hell yeah.
Okay. All right. Exactly. I'm right here, and it's not like I'm going anywhere. Well, I mean, I'm going to go to these events and all, but I'll be right here. So, anyways, you need a specialist like that. There are egos involved. There are cultures involved. And I learned this the hard way through Verge, just like I'm learning it the hard way through this ICO process here. It's like walking through a minefield.
With cultures, you mean the exchanges?
Asian. Yes. Yeah.
Have you had to go there personally and
Not to this point.
Okay.
But I'm willing to go the extra yard because I was volunteering at Verge, and you knew my motivations there. My motivations are entirely different at Electronium, and now I would say sure. If this means hopping on a plane and going to Thailand, Korea, China, I don't care. I'll be in Beijing whenever you want.
I got a
Just
passport. Where to go?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, straight back there. It's in my safe. Just tell me what needs to get done, because that's the person I am. I'm not I work 9 to 5, I clock in and I clock out. I'm you give me a task to do, and I'm going to do the same three things over and over again, no matter what the task is, and that is whatever it takes.
I like that. I like that. I have that same motto too. Whatever it fucking takes.
Well, obviously, and you did it.
Hey,
so
James. Michael, James just popped in with a question here that says, Michael said the same exchanges as Verge. ETN said they are working on 3 exchanges. That is a strong sign of Bittrex and Binance, as there is only HIT BTC that has any real volume. This is huge. Is this huge, Michael? Is James on? Is James on to the right ones?
Yes, it was announced. This is public information.
Oh, okay.
Another new friend of mine, Chris, the chief marketing officer at Electronium, put that out in a Telegram post, I believe, because we discussed this, privately, and in typical, again, this is the mark of a true businessman, two real businessmen. That it's not like, hey, this just happened, I guess I'll just tell everybody, boom, this was controlled, and it's one of these stay on message scenarios, just like a public speaker. I talk to, it's like being a press secretary, and that's why I'm very, although I'm a cut loose gunslinger kind of guy, you're seeing me being very measured with the way that I'm saying things to you and what I disclose and what I do not disclose, because I'm a professional.
Great. That's what I want to hear. And I want to quiz you a little bit on the upcoming monster deal.
Go ahead.
What kind? So we've got one YouTube video where we saw Richard Ells talk about having access to hundreds of millions of people. Now we had that deal with, how do you pronounce that? Zaius,
I think.
Zaius, okay. Yeah. With 65 million active monthly users. And on yesterday's show too, I did like a valuation where I think Electronium should be. And minimum, we should be getting like a penny per million users. Because like, just to advertise to 1 million people, well, you can't advertise to 1 million people for a penny. I don't care in what country, so why we're not being rewarded with a penny per million is beyond me. But okay, that just shows me that there's still a lot of value there. But the monster deal that they're talking about, hundreds of millions, can you elaborate on that?
No, I cannot.
Okay.
I fall upon my Fifth Amendment rights. One of these. Even if I did know, I really don't know. I don't know all the details. But if I did know, I couldn't tell you guys. I can neither confirm or deny that statement. How's that?
You should be a politician.
Yeah. How about, do we have any insight into maybe kind of whenish it might be announced?
Nope. That's another. I can't.
Okay.
Yeah.
No worries. I had to try, Michael. I had to try.
Of course. But pay attention that what I say, I cannot confirm or deny that. It means that I'm not saying it's yes, and I'm not saying it's no either.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So with titanium, I made a few notes. Because we've had a lot of people in our 20,000 plus member Facebook group that have been they've been getting on the bandwagon. So there's some things, you used a lot of acronyms that you trademarked. So it's new stuff that you created, right? Or maybe not created. A new spin on it, right? So and it's pretty much any letter of the alphabet followed by AAC.
AAS.
So can you, and then you've got the bring your own cloud. Now, being the tech mining nerd and crypto mining specialist, for a lack of better word, on this show.
Aficionado is the word you're looking for.
Yeah, okay. Now you're saying that you can use high-end servers for mining. Now, how does that relate? Is that more like a cloud mining experience for someone like myself, or
no? I'm not going after Genesis yet. Okay, but no, that is not the intent.
So how does that?
Down the road,
Can you give us some insight onto how that can work for the everyday miner? Or is that more from a business aspect? Because you also have it listed under the ICO incubator with virtual miners. And to me, that says cloud mining. I mean, from the outside.
How is that possible? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the enterprise management specialist, and probably your next interview is going to be with Christopher Snook. He is one of the world's best virtualization engineers, and I'm about to hire another one, that is of Christopher's experience. Oh, you too?
You can hire me. I'm coming to LA.
And Bob. Like I said, and Bob.
And Bob.
No, I'm serious.
Bob is actually trying to, he's in communications with some high-level people to do a couple of mining warehouses. And we're probably going to fly out.
We'll talk. There's some big buildings in Oregon that I might be involved with.
Iowa. Our buddies in Iowa.
Oregon. Iowa, really?
Yeah, Oregon.
And we got some in a European location that I cannot disclose, but
Oslo, Norway, something like that, like Arctic Circle.
No.
Eastern Europe.
Yeah, really? Well, central to Eastern Europe, we'll say that.
Is that really a word? Central to Eastern Europe?
I'm not going to give an official geographical location, but so virtual mining. Can you expand on that for us a little bit?
We might have to do it with his man.
Yes. To get a full answer that's going to. Yeah, I want you to do that. It's not like Mike's clueless or anything like that. It's just I can give you the top 10% because you know how technology is. Outside of technology, if anybody knows that you know technology, they automatically make the assumption that you know everything about technology. Whereas typically, at least for me as a specialist, you are a jack of all trades or a master of one. And I decided back in the late 90s, I'm going to be the best enterprise management specialist that's on the planet. And I went after that thing. And there's a red flag, Bob, at least you would, if I said to you that I was an expert in virtualization and enterprise management. That's impossible. Okay, if I said that, it's like, okay, Mike's a joker, fired.
Being in charge and running the company is all about knowing your strengths and weaknesses and employing people to manage your weaknesses, right? So
that's what
that makes perfect sense.
Let's let Michael, because we are now at the stage where he's at Verge. At Titanium. So let's let you introduce Titanium, Bud, and everything that you're working with.
Sure. So it's kind of that I'm an investor thing going on again. And typically what happens, I guess, is, we're seeing like Coinbase be the #1 app on the Apple Store. Another, in my opinion, after the Fortune, 2017, the cover that's behind me, you can probably see right there, it's all about blockchain and all that. I'm like, wait a second, what? The story is, I used to be a road warrior, and at the end of every year, American Airlines, gives me this hate mail that says, "Hey, Mike, you've got a bazillion miles. You have to buy magazines because you didn't use them, you loser." And so I did. And so I've got like 4 or 5 magazine subscriptions, multiple magazine subscriptions because I didn't want to give them away to magazines that I rarely, if ever, read. And I just chuck them in the dumpster, or the recycling bin, of course, here in California. But for the first time, I was happy to go out to that mailbox and find all these magazines crushed in there because I had 4 copies of this Fortune magazine that's sitting right there. I immediately ripped off the cover. I go out the door without saying anything. My wife must have just thought, well, Mike's finally gone off the deep end. He's gone.
I've done it many times.
Yeah, I'm sure. So here I am Googling. I'm like, frame shop. And that's the strategic frame, but as an engineer, I found the tactical solution, the cheap frame that I could just throw the damn thing in because I'm like, this could be history. This could be it. because I knew that this isn't, well, maybe mass adoption will occur in 5 years. It's happening potentially now.
All right, we've talked about where we're at in the blockchain, and I've kind of related it similarly to the legalization of medical marijuana. Where like,
yep, it's true.
California was the first state, right? And
it's a domino, right?
Yeah, like the first country was Japan, right? And now you hear all these other countries talk about it, and
of course,
it feels like we're at the very beginning. Like we've got one state legalized. Yeah. So
I think this is it.
It took,
because after Fortune, you had the Coinbase app on number one on the Apple App Store, and then NASDAQ comes out and says first quarter of whatever, we're going to start trading Bitcoin futures. This is no longer a single data point. This is a complete, there's no way somebody can tell me that isn't a trend. It is indisputable. And these prices they're upticking, everybody's like, what's going on? Yeah, what's going on is supply and demand, people. That's why after the businessman thing, actually the first thing I look at is this an inflationary or a deflationary currency? With the exception of Ripple, where they have existing business ties. That's why Ben Bernanke shows up at their yearly conference. Okay. If it is a inflationary currency, it's a big red strike against it. I almost would say it's 3. I won't touch the damn thing because I need something with a limit. I am really a coin collector. Here's proof positive of it. Here's some proof coins. I've been collecting coins for many years, and the rarity and the exclusivity of things makes the price go up. That's why I just don't buy silver. I buy silver coins. I buy Morgan silver dollars. I buy peace dollars. I buy American Eagles. I buy gold coins from the 1850s. I know there's very few of them, and the appreciation of price of these in comparison to plain old gold and silver is far higher. So I apply that same logic to investment in cryptocurrency.
So Ripple is not one that you hold?
It is.
It is
the sole exception. It is the sole exception because, like I said, it's a strike. However, then you say, man, are these guys in bed with the banks? Are these guys a guaranteed success? Yeah, they are.
Yeah, exactly right.
Done deal.
Yeah, you got to put some money on it.
Yeah, it's a mistake not to do.
Here's my buddy too, Don Wilson, that I was telling you about. He is the CEO of Gear Bubble, which is a print-on-demand company.
Oh, I got to use that. Jesus Christ.
T-shirts, everything, man. And
I'm a customer.
He ships around the world.
Bring him on down. I'm serious.
Would you get a hold of Michael?
I'm very happy with, and I'll use him.
And Donald is one of the best Facebook marketers in the world, man. I mean,
can you set up a console?
Yeah. Like he's flying out to Thailand for I think another high level.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, in a couple of days. Though. So
I might be going.
Where are you going?
Yes. Oh, I might be meeting with a CEO of the largest bank in Thailand.
Oh.
That's right.
Oh.
He's coming here on my birthday. February 23rd. And he's going to get a little tour of Los Angeles blockchain by me.
Nice.
You want to come?
Yeah, I do. Definitely. Don, you want to come? Like, Don, just holler at me. Happy to help where I can.
Yeah, I really do. I'm serious. I need somebody better than what I'm dealing with. But anyways, titanium, it's all about, this is a spin. It's nothing new. It's Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, etc., involving blockchain. So it's decentralized. It's not like, the corridor, the information technology corridor, the Dulles corridor that exists in Virginia, where 70% of America's internet traffic goes through it. I'm really an American patriot. These things that you see online, me talking about the military and supporting them and being a patriot is absolutely true. I bleed red, white, and blue. That's it.
Me too.
It's not a show. It's not marketing. It's
Bob used to be in the military.
Well, I'm a veteran.
Seriously.
Another reason to hire me, Michael.
Shut up. Jeez. Guy's nonstop. He's not going to give up. I like that. But no, seriously, I do. I do it all the time. Tomorrow, Titanium This Week comes out, another video update, and we're having a disabled veteran of the month that we help out, and we throw thousands of dollars at them and their families.
Nice, man. I like that.
I send them free gearboxes, shirts, ties. I'll give them anything they want, because the reality is that people like you and them put their lives on the line every single day to ensure freedom and liberty for people like me. There would be no me without you, and there would be no EHI without you. There would be no Titanium without you. Yeah. Everybody takes you for granted, and it's pathetic the way that people in America and the United States government and other governments with other military people are treated. It's disgusting.
I wouldn't say disgusting, man. We tried to really look out for our troops, and me as a citizen, I give respect to our troops, just like you, So I think for the most part, most people want to be good and help our veterans. And Bob also used to be a police officer. That's the funny thing.
I've included that too. I did not just say veteran. I said police, firemen, first responders, you name it. That entire group.
This show works really, we click really well, because I'm on the criminal side, or former, the medical marijuana side, and then Bob's on the law enforcement side. But, we come together. I have respect for the cops. I don't have respect for the DEA, but for, cops and our troops, man, you got all my respects, and however I can help you guys. Yeah. And we actually had a fundraiser for one of my mods that, the whole family, man, basically works for ETN Holders, the Facebook group, killing spam and deleting the spam and getting the spammers out of the group. And they had an unexpected death in the family. And we had a fundraiser, a GoFundMe fundraiser, where they wanted to raise $7,500, and me and my buddies got it to over 8,000. We're going to announce that a little later.
It up. That's higher than what I've done. I do it every month. I mean, the first one was Ed Wilson. He was a member of the community. Guy got in touch with me. He's like, "Hey, I want to buy $20 worth of bars." We're talking, $20,
okay.
Right? I'm like, "I'll give them to you," because anybody that says that, I don't care. I didn't know anything about him. That person's, they're struggling, and I'm not going to take $20 from somebody. So I gave him 100 bars, right? I'm like, you have bars, boom.
Nice.
And the guy's like, "Man, I really appreciate that, because it was kind of like betting on a long shot horse, because I'm a disabled veteran, and on Christmas, I found out he hasn't had Christmas for 5-6 years. He's got space heaters because his furnace broke down. And so we raised a lot of money for him, and it went to them, and they had the first Christmas in 5 or 6 years because of Titanium, the community and the team itself. And they gave me pictures of it. They had the biggest Christmas that they ever had. They took the wife said, "I'm going to get the groceries," when in fact she was going to buy Christmas presents, stop by the neighbor's house to wrap them up. And these kids are used to, Santa's not coming this year, kind of thing, 2 boys. And I've got pictures of them waking up to a mountain of presents. It was like halfway up the tree.
Man, that is beautiful. Beautiful.
And we're starting a veterans foundation, Titanium Foundation, that is to support current military, disabled veterans, and first responders, police, military, et cetera, EMTs.
Hey,
you know what?
I've got to work harder.
I salute you to that, Michael.
Same here, man.
Really.
Yeah.
It'd be awesome
continue to do it.
if you helped with the titanium artificial limbs that they use.
Oh, you know what? As a marketing person, I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, that's pretty sexy, actually, right? That's a good one.
I really didn't know that.
So,
I've got a friend of mine at Disney. He's a high-powered manager there. He fell off his motorcycle, and he's got titanium rods in one of his legs. I probably should have came to that conclusion, but oh well. I think that's a great idea, and that's why you're hired, Bob.
I'll be expecting the plane ticket, and I'll be out as soon as I get that.
Okay. Cool.
Hey, Bob,
you got to send me my resume. I'm not kidding. You have to send me your resume.
Okay.
And I'd be happy to make.
I'm also a former nuclear scientist, so I do have
Are
some
you serious?
smarts. Yeah. So
I talked to somebody who was that on Hawaii. I've got a place in Hawaii, and I talked to a person like you, and it was fascinating, for me. So send me the resume with your contact details.
We have some interesting conversations, and like Michael, we click along so well, man, that like we'd like to have you on the show more often, man, and follow your progression and everything, man. Like you're welcome, bud. You're part of the tribe.
Can I give you? Oh yeah, I'd love to do that. I like you guys a lot, and we're very similar. I can tell in terms of demeanor and philosophy about what's right and wrong, and one of the unsaid things that I want to do with Titanium is drain the swamp of blockchain, get rid of all the bad guys, and all the.
How do you do that? How do you do that? Who are the bad guys first, man?
Well, I think that these individuals. Well, I'd like to talk about Titanium eventually, about why we're awesome.
But do that.
Real quick, we talked about Amazon Web Services and Azure and whatnot, and what they're doing is unpatriotic. To make more money, they're putting 70% of the world's internet traffic through Dulles Corridor. And there was a guy who wrote a book. His name escapes me, and he said it's the bullseye of the world's internet. And he wasn't saying it's all located in one place. He's saying if a terrorist took what's called an EMP, a pinch, an electromagnetic pulse to that thing, or did something nasty there, that the entire world's communications infrastructure would be brought to its knees, because Amazon, Azure, and the rest of them want to save money by putting data centers and links and all that good stuff, optical fiber, through that area. And they're making $300 billion a quarter. Amazon is. Oh no, we can't make $250 billion a quarter and put things all over the place. It's crazy, and so. And I've been on site with many of my clients, and they're always, hey, Azure's down. Last week, Bittrex and Binance went down because Azure had an unplanned outage. And I got right in touch with them. I'm like, okay, you don't want any unplanned outages? How many millions of dollars in transaction fees did you lose? And how many people like you, who's a trader, you love those moments of craziness. They're opportunities to you.
I'm not really a trader, I'm more of a holder. No? But I can see that. Well, I can see that with other people. And I remember seeing where you did talk about that you would be able to provide 100% uptime.
Yes, very close. Yes, and this is not 100, but it's typical. And Bob, this is where I'd like you to chime in. I actually said 99.99%, right? And to a lot of people, that's like maybe an impossible figure, but it is completely normal within technology to deliver what's called 5 nines, 99.999% availability, with high availability and disaster recovery in place. And this is with typical cloud services. So you can imagine that Titanium's decentralized version, right? We're just the same thing as Microsoft Azure and Amazon Web Services. It's just we're on 200,000 systems throughout the globe, and we're not located in data centers. Like there's been 2 that recently had outages because of power, and the diesel generators didn't kick in. And so there were 5, 6, 7, 8 hours of downtime there, and it's crazy. There's many examples, and Bob, this, of the cost of downtime. It's millions and millions of dollars. I worked at eBay, worked with eBay as a consultant. EHI was there, and we managed their network for 9 months. And during that time around Christmas, crunch time for them, their Denver colo had a similar outage. Their Denver data center went down because of a power outage, and the diesel generators didn't kick in. Some bean counter got on a bridge line with the rest of us, going crazy. And it's like, we are losing $1 million a minute. That's how much it costs. Well, on Titanium, doesn't happen.
They do. Even with mining pools, there's something similar where if your mining pool goes down, it just automatically shifts everybody to a backup mining pool, and they start mining. So there's no downtime. And then when your pool comes back up, you shift back to the original mining pool. Yes. So the miner itself is never down. You're never not generating crypto from that aspect. So, it's very similar. If your one server goes down, okay, all that data just goes to another server, and you're good to go.
But
let's say a bunch of these high-end servers.
At Dulles, though, 70% of the internet traffic is concentrated in that one spot.
The world.
In the
world's
world.
Traffic.
And so how expensive are these RDF thingies that could wipe this out? Because that's concerning. I would think that, the Washington area, though, is super secure. You've got everybody there, everybody in the federal government. but they could do it.
Just, from a logical perspective, you don't need to know anything about technology. Doing something like that is what my grandfather would call asking for it. You're asking for it. And it doesn't matter if you know technology or not. That is not logical. And they're doing it they're being extremely greedy that a corporation that's bringing in $300 billion a quarter, Amazon, can't just say, oh gosh, we're only going to make $275 billion this quarter so that we could do something smart instead of something illogical.
Spread it out.
That's what it does. And so again, I got sick and tired of my customers complaining. These exchanges are an example of why my customers complained all this time. And I'm like, okay, again, here's a businessman. There's a market. I can sell it. Does it have a real world use case? Is it solving an important problem? Checkboxes for titanium. Yes, 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 yes. That's what's missing from blockchain.
How on titanium is security involved? Because Pierre and I have witnessed this with our pool on an Amazon server, that someone has just arbitrarily been able to get into the server and create instances on Pierre's account to the tune of $82,000 in a monthly bill. So Amazon red flags it, shuts it down, but they were still able to access it without official access keys for the server. So when we contact Amazon, Amazon says, well, it's on our end. Okay, well, it's on your end. Why the hell isn't it fixed? I mean, what kind of security options is Titanium prepared for with that kind of thing?
Yeah, there's two things. First of all, I'm working with a newly declassified government patented solution that will prevent most of that stuff. And I'll announce that pretty quick, like second quarter. Okay? That'll prevent any of that stuff from happening in general. No zero-day attacks. It presents zero-day attacks. Malware, ransomware, all of it.
What about those DDoS attacks?
Well, you DDoS 200,000 servers, it's not going to impact it. It's going to slow us down a little bit. One piece of us down a little bit. Instead of two data centers, like Bob knows, you've got your primary data center, your secondary data center. And if you DDoS this, you've only got two targets. I've got 200,000 targets. Good luck. Have fun with it. It's going to slow down a little bit maybe, but from a user's perspective, we'll know because my enterprise management systems are there and it's like, oh my gosh, we're being DDoSed, right? So we'll know about it and take action against it. But here's our customers tapping away. Oh yes, no problems whatsoever. I don't experience anything. That's all we really care about. I'm a customer service guy, as you guys know. And nobody's going to see a damn thing from a user's perspective. We'll just know about it and take the right measures to defeat it. That's all.
Nice. Don Wilson, you're going to love talking to Don because his website gets DDoS attacks, and his customers run ads, to their T-shirt offers, to their hoodie offers, whatnot. Yep. And if his website goes down, his clients lose money because they're running ads. And Facebook can spend, they primarily are on Facebook, and they can spend thousands of dollars an hour.
Yes, of course. Of course. The cost of downtime equation that I talked to you about, I give you a simple example, but you're giving me other things that are addition. It's not eBay losing money. It's the advertisers, it's users that are going to get pissed off. They're going to stop using you. Just like the last time I used eBay, it was painful. And so they're hesitant to go use it again. You're going to lose some customers. And then here's the other cost, is these people start complaining for tickets. Zendesk or Jira or Remedy or ServiceNow, all these tickets are going to be opened up of customers being pissed off. And here's all these support people that are busy just doing tickets, add up all their salaries on top of that. These are just several examples of the cost of downtime that are not obvious to the average person on the street, but are obvious to me because this ain't my first rodeo, guys. Okay. I ran the Intel enterprise management,
So let me ask you this. Where did you incorporate Titanium?
Incorporate? Incorporation here in California. But that's going to change. Some things about it are going to change.
Okay, because I was going to say, you guys got a pretty high state tax over there. We don't have a state tax over here.
Oh, so you want me to do what Reagan said and vote with my feet? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I'm trying to say, you gotta, instead of letting that money go to the government, man, it's more of a fiduciary.
Absolutely correct.
Return it to the investors. fiduciary
Of course.
responsibility. Yeah,
absolutely.
Especially if we're neighbors. And come on over, man.
Yes.
I'll sit. Okay, my accountant can even do it.
I'm hiring Bob, and I'm moving there. Okay.
Okay, so
that's true.
Looking at your roadmap in the white paper, it says that basically you've got a timeline to 2020 of actually being running. Right?
You want to go? Well, you want to go get a drink, Mike? I see you're almost empty over there.
Well, it's right here. I've got my dorm fridge right here, but I can talk at the same time. That is you might be looking at an old roadmap graphic. Our first, and this is going to be in titanium this week, the video that's going to come out tomorrow. The minimum viable product, an alpha most likely going out to the pre-sale people, because I was involved with Blockcat. And they release their alpha to the pre-sale people only, and I think that's cool. You know, these people are the people that are saying, we really believe in you, we're taking the most risk, you know, this type of thing. And that type of thing, to me, from a customer service standpoint, should be rewarded, you know.
Yeah, I believe that
not
too.
only with all that other stuff, you know. We gave them all this gear, and I think that they should get the first taste of titanium infrastructure as a service. Simple. You know, so that's going to be out in Q1 of this year. So worst case scenario, the minimum viable product, sellable version of titanium infrastructure as a service is going to come out before March 1st of this year. The 2020 is the entire ecosystem, all those products that you see listed, you know, being rolled out in at least a release candidate type form, non-beta, you know, release candidate or production.
So between now and 2020, it's actually just going to be phased in step by step then, and then 2020, everything should be available. Okay.
Yes. And all the products are then integrated and synergistically entwined and working together.
Okay. And we were concerned about that, Michael, and we were wondering about that because the infographic made it seem that the first viable product was going to be out in 2020, and we're like, oh man.
Yes, you're not the first person to say that. Not the person.
Okay.
And I gave the graphics guy a hard time about that, and that's why. And he came out with a new version that made it crystal clear that our product will be out in Q1 of this year, and that's in the current white paper. We're about to release a new version of our white paper. I keep on busting everybody's ass in development about getting that damn thing out, and it's even more clear than that too.
Well, this will probably be something that I noticed on page 31, where it says potential strategic partnerships that are under serious consideration. And you named several, right? Blockcat, Golems, Saya, Storage, and Shapeshift. Do you see Electronium playing any part in that now with the current situation that you?
Yeah, I do. You know, I see potential there. But now I'm, you know, you don't see it, but I just flipped the switch to politician.
Oh, I caught it. Obviously, the white paper was written before the agreement with Richard. So, you know,
and why would I change? When you change the white paper, it is like putting an amendment to the Constitution in. It is. There's a particular procedure, at least for me as a real businessman. It's not, hey man, I'm a developer, you know, I'm chasing my butterfly. Let's change this. You know, it's not like that with me. Everything has to be, something is done when it's done. That means, you know, I've got a countersigned agreement in my hands. Everybody's signed it in blood, and the check's in the bank, and it's cleared. That's what it means to me. It means other things to other people, which is, hey, after all, Fred said he'd do it. It's done. No, it's not done. Not from, you know, my perspective, you know. So there are several synergies that I see between titanium and electronium. The other reason, by the way, that I was brought in is because Amazon electronium's transactions are just too fast for Amazon Web Services to keep up with, and they're spending a ton of money there. And I just said, I want to be on some teleconferences to be a fly on the wall, and I want to listen to what these guys at Amazon said. Like you just said, Bob, hey, it's on our end. You know, them in Azure, they've got an unsaid monopoly. It's like this, you know, Cryptopia scenario with Electronium. They have pretty much zero real motivation to change for the better and provide a greater level of customer service because they know that they're the only game in town.
Agreed.
You know? Azure and Amazon Web Services are like OPEC. They're like a cartel, Rackspace, HP, Helium, and IBM. You can almost see them getting together every quarter. Hey guys, what are we going to charge this time? You know.
Hey Michael, let me read you your mission statement, okay? and so I can inform our viewers what their mission is. Quote,
it's to give the internet back to the people. That's
our mission is to leverage the power of the immutable blockchain to provide virtual infrastructure services for businesses and individuals, creating a titanium-clad guarantee of reliability which had previously been wholly impossible. End quote.
That's correct.
That's pretty fucking impressive. You know. So what has been previously wholly impossible?
Well, we just Bob just gave an example. You know, he's selling it for me. You know, this mining pool incident. You know, they could Amazon. Their CEO came out. I always use this. And came out and it's either a blatant lie or a stupid strategic technology error. He said that we're not going to put our services on blockchain. And I was like, yes, I believe in Santa. You know?
Yeah.
And, you know, because we're up to the races, you know, and
we are.
Yeah.
And they don't want to, they don't want to come. They're too lazy or they're too comfortable. They're too comfortable.
Yeah. Of course. And we talked about, you know, and I'm going to mention a couple of projects here, and there's nothing against these projects. It's just here in Southern California, when we talk about disruption, we think of the 1994 Northridge earthquake. This was disruption. This was severing freeways and twisting steel rods around like a pretzel. This is disruption. And so as a ICO person, I was watching these ICOs, and I'm like, oh, here comes banana coin, dental coin. It's like, what the hell are you? You gotta be kidding me. Ethereum is,
I didn't buy into dental coin either, man. Like, come on.
Let's say it's a good investment. As a serious person, I think that that's laughable. Let's say it does something good. It's like, here's Buterin. He invented what could be the most significant invention since the internet itself, and there are people that are using it for cartoon damn cats. Okay, and it's slogging it down.
Yeah.
And inside of Ethereum, there's nothing against their core team. They also have no motivation. The man has what, 1 billion Ethereum? You know, what's his motivation to actually fix that? Because everybody inside the block, because he's not trying to take Ethereum outside of the blockchain subculture. I am. I'm going to be the first company that's going to pierce that wall and take it into Fortune 500, into educational institutions and financial institutions. Okay, and we're highly motivated to throw Raiden or Plasma in there. So we achieve Visa-like transaction speeds because we must have them. We're very motivated to do it. It is our business model. It is part of our strategic future. And I would say that our success is keyed into making that transpire. And, you know, as I've said recently, we will be the first, we're going to beat the Ethereum core team to implementing the equivalent of a Lightning Network. Watch us do it.
Oh, wow.
I like that. I like that.
The gentleman that
I'm motivated.
The gentleman.
Don't get wrong. I mean,
yeah, me too. The gentleman that I contracted told me to hold off 6 to 12 months from building my own blockchain because there's going to be new technology comes out, something with blockchain and space, and that basically takes a home computer and is going to equal a mining rig with no extra electricity. What say you?
It's absolutely possible. The one video that people do not pay attention to, I can't say anything more than this, the one video on our YouTube channel that nobody seems to pay attention to is a video of a titanium satellite.
Ooh.
Everybody got in touch with me and said,
satellite.
Oh, looks cool. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, it looks cool. And it's going to do other stuff too.
That's sexy as fuck. Are you kidding me?
Again, I'm a salesman. it actually, but I saw that coming. That's my job too, is to have the vision to see what's coming down the road, and have your finger on the pulse of the technology world. Because when IBM didn't have their finger on the pulse of the technology world and didn't have that vision, 2 kids in a garage in Northern California, Jobs and Wozniak, blew by them.
Yeah.
And I will not make that mistake.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Something better comes along. I answered that today. He's like, well, what if this happens? What if a new technology that's better than blockchain, the current blockchain, like blockchain 2 comes along? And I'm like, hey, if it's better and if it's the future, I'm not going to do the same thing that Amazon's CEO just did and said he's not going to put his services on blockchain. That is stupid.
It is.
I'm hoping
it is
he's lying.
Completely stupid. Like, we've had some discussions that will blow people's mind on this show. Like, where we believe blockchain is going to take society. This is like a paradigm shift. And
it's an enveloping society. It's going to envelop it everywhere. It's going to be pervasive. I describe it as the blockchain bulldozer. It's coming on. It's on the horizon. You hear this distant rumble right now because only 2-3% of the world knows about it. But believe me, behind the scenes of Bank of America, JP Morgan Chase, Fidelity, I've got a guy there, Rich Whitaker. He's an EHI guy. He's like, they're running around crazy. They know they're behind. They know fintech's coming. It's the bulldozer. That bulldozer has no driver. It's coming towards you, and it has a cement block on the accelerator. You either get out of the way, get on that damn thing, or get mowed down. Those are your options. Okay? And that's why go ahead.
It's crazy because we do our best to try to educate people, and people still resist, People still resist.
Because of what you said. It's paradigm shift. You said it right. I use the exact same term. It's like demon. I don't even think he thinks that Bitcoin's a hoax. He just knows, as a smart guy, a dumb guy does not become a CEO of JP Morgan Chase.
Yeah.
That guy knows it's not a hoax. He knows a paradigm shift. Black is going to turn to white. And his entire world that he's known since the moment that his eyes opened as a child is going to change, and it scares the hell out of him. This is, as a former psychology major, allow me to tell you what transpired.
But with that, for him to create FUD, right? That is financially in his best interest to slow down the snowball effect, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said too. He's stalling because and they've made some foolish mistakes because, as you guys may or may not be aware, I've worked for a couple of patent troll companies for various reasons.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and so patent trolls are like people that are, there's a faucet of water and there's drops coming out, and they're just sitting there looking at it, waiting for something to break one of the patents that they've got in their possession. And these banks know that. They must know it. And behind the scenes, with Demon doing this, it's like 8-10 patents for blockchain come out for Bank of America and JP Morgan Chase. At least try one. It would be smart to kind of measure it out over the course of time. But here's these, and that's why it came out in Cointelegraph or whatever it might be, is because these idiots put through 8 patents simultaneously, and it made it completely obvious for patent troll organizations to note it and report it.
Well, I'm going to put 2 and 2 together and be a conspiracy theorist for a minute.
Alex Jones didn't stop him.
I see where you have some partnerships with Apple. And
it's not a partnership. They're clients of EHIs.
Okay, so a client, whatever, politician you are.
How much revenue is that contract worth?
Bunches. This is the unsaid. That's why I put in the white paper. And I didn't at first. It was a mistake by me, an error. The EHI advantage is that after EHI did an excellent job at these customers, I kept all of these relationships with the people I work with. I collect 2 things: coins and excellent people in technology like Bob. And if I notice somebody like that, I'm all over them. I'm like, give me your contact information. They're in the top 1%, 5%, or whatever. And I keep in touch with them. Every month, there's literally Outlook calendar things that come up and say, hey, Mike, talk to Brian at Walt Disney. Keep that relationship warm, And if it's a technology guy, I'm calling him up and asking him what the heck he's doing. How are things going? Do you need any help with me? Do you need a recommendation? Are you looking for a new gig? Whatever. If it's a decision maker, and I know the decision makers at most of these companies, if not all of them, I am calling up and saying, hey, you want to go play golf? You want to go to a steak dinner? Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
So I know these guys.
That builds up relationship.
Yeah. All right, so back to the conspiracy theory here. You have a relationship with Apple, right? They also recently filed a patent for blockchain, right?
Imagine that.
Do you have any insight on that as far as...
No, I don't.
So, I'm sitting here thinking you might have had some special dealings with that, but that's my insight.
I might have. So your insight is appreciated, and I can not comment further on that topic, unfortunately.
Okay. So then let's get to the white paper. Back to the white paper, because I found something.
Can I make one point? One important point before you do that?
Of course.
You're the host and all.
Of course,
but the deal is I've got 20, 30, 40 of these customers, and I'm a salesman and whatnot, and I've kept all these relationships with the technology people and then the business decision makers possible. And all I'm doing is coming in, and it's like you can see me like with the driver. Hey, Brian, you want to check out Titanium? It's better than Azure, and it's better than Amazon Web Services. It's free. Why don't you just put it in your sandbox and development environment and do what we call a bake-off? You just put Azure over here, and you put Titanium over here, and we're going to see if it really is better and it costs less. What do you think?
I think they'll give you a shot. Why not try it? And
yes, it's free.
Yeah, I mean, it's a no-brainer to me.
Right. And
how much are those kind of contracts worth?
Billions.
Okay, and how does
that's why the bar goes out
Titanium
point.
How does that benefit the Titanium holder?
Because the bar is the only currency that can be used in the Titanium ecosystem to purchase products and services like infrastructure as a service. So if Disney uses it, they have to use bars.
And the only way they can get it is the exchange.
The only way they can get it is the people that bought it. If it sells out, the people that bought it have it. They have to get it from them. And
okay, what if nobody's selling it?
Further on the exchange.
What if nobody's selling it though?
Oh yes, they will. Well, I don't see the bar becoming. I mean, I'd be kind of happy about it to be free, but I don't see it becoming a Bitcoin, a digital gold. I do not see the bar becoming a store of value, but I may be wrong. What I'm trying to do is simple. It's a numbers game. Salesmanship is a numbers game. If I have a 5% chance of signing one of these big name companies to a contract to use Titanium in production, that means I have to ask 20, and I've got more than double that. It will transpire.
Okay, granted, but here's on the flip side of that. What if Titanium price increases so much that it is actually more expensive than an Amazon or Azure?
Then I'll shut down Titanium and I'll buy an island. I mean, what do you want me to say to that? I mean, if we become more expensive, so be it. I mean,
I don't know. Is there
a risk I'm willing to take?
Okay.
Like, I win anyway. We all win.
Yeah.
If that happens.
Okay,
my objective is to win.
Of course.
Not to make sure Titanium's around and beaten. I mean, I really do. I am a competitive individual, and I want to see Titanium beat Amazon Web Services and Azure and all the rest. I don't really see that happening. Especially if Amazon does not, take the jump in. Like I said, I hope he's lying and it's not stupid, but it might be a stupid mistake, or it might be smart, because Amazon is a huge company now, and that's the problem. Security-wise, I was about to mention that, Bob, is like the problem that you discussed. I was inside, and you know how it is. They're like, oh, a patch has come out, like this recent problem that occurs. They put it into development. There's all this change management stuff that takes place. And there's all these procedures that have to take place. And by the time it gets, in other words, the point is that these vulnerabilities, because of this very controlled, time-consuming process that used to be good and is no longer good, is obsolete and archaic, they don't get that patch out before it gets to production, and the exploit hits with the hackers. And that is why most of these large organizations are vulnerable, is because this procedure that they're following, which is based on what's called ITIL, takes months and months and months just to get the damn patch out. And then they start whitewashing the fence again with another patch. Am I right, Bob?
Right. Yeah. By the time the patch is in there, it's already outdated and needs another patch.
Exactly. And so, and the hackers know that, so they're just, getting Metasploit or whatever and find vulnerability, like that,
I don't know if you noticed, but the comments, a lot of people are commenting they just picked up, 125 bars. Yeah. I saw somebody said they got 500 bars. So
really? I didn't see that one. Where's
it's a little bit further back.
It's a little further back.
My comment about that is it only proves that your listening audience is far more intelligent than most shows.
Yeah, there's Matt, 550 bars. He finally got in on his first ICO. So, we're kind of like the Howard Stern of crypto, and we really appreciate the fact that you indulged us today. Obviously, you haven't watched the show before today.
It was a fun one I had. The other ones was just me gunning these, statistics out, So this was for me, it was refreshing. You guys are down to earth guys like myself. I'm not some prince living in a white castle. Yeah, I grew up in the country.
We try to give everybody a fair shot on here, and be respectful.
Yeah.
A lot of the things that we're talking about are way far out there that most people just can't comprehend. And when I speak about the returns that I've gotten, that like blows a lot of people away. Like my Neo is 4,000x, 400,000%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I meant to make a comment because right now, I used to be a big 10x fan, Monaco and all that, because, my goal, besides making titanium a success story, is to encourage mass adoption. Titanium forces mass adoption, by the way. That's one of the unsaid advantages of it, because if these companies, like say Disney, signs up, and that means that mom and dad in Iowa, when they purchase Mickey Mouse Fantasia DVD, they're going to be using my system to do it, and they've been forced to become part of the blockchain subculture, which at that point is probably not going to be a subculture. But
so Michael, the Disney people will probably come out with their own coin too, and so they'll have the Disney coin. So they just trade it off for titanium.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah. Right. I can see that happening.
Because all of these things, all these tokens are representations of value.
Yes.
Okay. That's all it is. When people talk about like shape shift and changely here, it's not like I'm taking, it's not like the alchemists, saying rocks to gold or whatever.
Well,
it's not like that.
We had a conversation yesterday that there really hasn't been a world currency. Well, I guess gold and silver
we don't want that to happen.
Would be
Yeah.
But if you think about it, like Bitcoin really is the first world currency. And then every other currency. So if you equate like that to the fact that every country is going to have their own currency, so every coin right now, like titanium, I said it on yesterday's show, is basically a country, and the CEO is the president. That's a simple concept way to analyze it, and your citizens really determine the price of your coin.
Yes. It's what you think it's worth. Why do we think $1 is worth $1? To this day, people, as a coin collector, I think it's crazy, because when I do these meetups, I actually take real silver dollars versus the ones that are covered in copper and aluminum and all that stuff. It's like, here's a copper penny from 1955. Here's this aluminum piece of crap that they're giving you. This is debasement of currency. And that's why, when I said world currency, I meant controlled by governments, fiat government, people. It's a form of control. Right? That old Rothschild thing, I don't care what the laws are. You give me the money, I've got control of everything. You can make any laws you want, that type of thing. But yes, you're absolutely correct. The reason why somebody's, $1's worth $1, to this day, people actually, I do raise a hand kind of thing. How many people, think that the U.S. dollar is backed by gold? And there's people to this day that think it's backed by gold or silver, and it's not. It's backed by nothing.
Yeah.
Yes, I absolutely, not many. Okay. But there are.
Those are the same people that are watching those fucking cat videos and porn videos and just refuse to educate themselves on anything.
You're absolutely correct. I also think that the blockchain subculture has indirectly created a vortex of sorts for the most intelligent and forward-thinking people in the world, and they have that same type of mentality. And that's why these people who are watching cats play pianos endlessly on YouTube are not in the blockchain subculture. And I don't want them here.
All right.
I want smart people here that want to embrace this movement, that they know what you said is true, that a paradigm shift is coming, that bulldozer that I'd like to refer to is coming, and they come in. All the smart people will. It's almost the equivalent of what Ayn Rand's Atlas Shrugged did with Galt's Gulch, and all the greatest people in the world, the most forward thinkers, and the greatest producers in the world, like Reardon Steele, for example, all disappeared off the face of the map, and they ended up in Galt's Gulch. Galt's Gulch of today is the blockchain subculture, and here we are.
Hey, I see a comment on where to get titanium bars. You need to go to tbis.io. That's the That's
Yeah,
the
ICO.tbis.io is the ICO website, but you can access it through our main website as well.
But crypto kitties.
Okay, Sharon, I'm the only smart ass that's allowed in this program.
You're lucky.
Somebody
If they weren't a mod, they'd probably get publicly assassinated on our show.
No, I swear. I was just typing away. I was doing like, yeah, that.
If you go to the screen right now, here's his website, and you can cut, copy, and paste it right here from there. I did want to talk to you about that too. But first, let's get back down to the white paper. And the first one that I have, infrastructure as a service. Okay.
Yeah.
And then let's go down. We've got platform as a service. And then we've got advantages of still platform as a service. Okay. Then we've got desktop as a service. And then this is the first one that's got the little trademark. Okay. And then if we come down, we see company as a service trademark, crypto escrow trademark. That's kind of sexy. I like that one. Bring your own cloud trademark, DE Dex Exchange trademark. Yeah.
Exchange.
And then instant ICO incubator, III trademarked. So my question is, why wasn't infrastructure as a service and platform as a service trademarked?
Because they've been around forever. The others are inventions of my mind or other people. And I was late to the party. It's kind of like Gene Simmons and Kid trademarking OJ for orange juice. I missed the boat. That's all. They've been around forever, and I can't trademark those things.
No worries, no worries. I just wanted to know why, because I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
This is why they wouldn't. I didn't know why. I found that odd.
It was a typo.
Yeah. Who knows? It could have been. I just wanted to clarify that and make sure if anybody else caught that and was.
Yeah, they're old friends.
Okay.
They've been around forever. Years and years.
So now I guess let's go to the deal, right? Because obviously my people are already buying this. But okay, so tell me about crypto escrow.
Okay. So the idea, that's down the road. That's kind of like that 2020 roadmap kind of thing.
Okay.
But if you look at the last page of the white paper, there's a simple Solidity contract. And what it does is it sets up a escrow between, say, Bob and myself, and I want to sell a car to Bob. And it does what a typical escrow company would do, except there's no escrow company. Okay. So as soon as the customer has the product and has a particular key that only he or she would possibly have, leveraging the power of blockchain technology, that they would then put that key into the escrow contract saying, Bob is happy with his car that I sold him, and I also received that money, so I put my key in there, and wham, bam, we don't need escrow anymore. So it's like that. You want to sell a house, you don't need escrow agents. We're taking the whatever, 5–10%, and believe me, in California, and I know in your area, it's quite significant, out of the mix, so that people save money, and that's the real power of the Ethereum smart contract.
Well, then this would lead me to my next question, though. If you've already got it basically written up, you've got it trademarked, how come we have to wait till 2020?
That's not the full. That is a very, very simple.
Okay. A simple contract. It's not the smart contract.
Not ready for prime time. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The typical example I use is my mom likes to make sweaters for Michael, and she gets into it, in the winter, and she makes a few more, and then she sells them down at the Presbyterian church,
Okay.
and that type of contract that I gave you on one page is cool for that type of thing, but it's not ready for full scale. I'm going to sell a house or anything like that to somebody else. My entire intent was to show how on one page the seed of the replacement, the eradication of an entire industry that has been charging people like you and me 5–10% of these large investments forever are no longer needed.
But you said earlier, though, that you still wanted to charge 5–10%. We just lowered the fee, though, right?
What? Yeah, yeah.
Because we
It's like
got to
the
make money
exchange.
too, right?
Yeah, but what I'm trying to do, the main, yes, of course, the main idea is it's kind of like Bitcoin in the beginning, not now when there's these kind of crazy transaction fees, but it's minute in comparison, and I frankly do not see Dex, or excuse me, this product being the biggest money maker in the entire product line in the titanium ecosystem. What I'm trying to do is creating, the Google of blockchain is what I'm trying to do here.
That is
to be honest with you, yeah.
The
But
Google of blockchain, I like that.
Yes,
I need to
true.
consult with you. Mm-hmm.
You've said that a few times. I've already said yes. Yes, still yes. I'll do it. But the point is that when I did this, I wanted to create a suite of products that work synergistically, that are intertwined, and so that if somebody came in from start to finish, they could start their own company. They can find employees for that company. They can do a fundraiser, right, through the instant ICO incubator process, that we make sure that everybody goes through a very rigid and strict certification process, kind of like the ICO equivalent of the Better Business Bureau and Dun & Bradstreet.
Is that the first one that's going to come out? Do you anticipate that?
Coming out after infrastructure as a service is number one. Number one. Yeah, that's the big bang. It's kind of because infrastructure,
right? Yeah. Amazon and Azure.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
who's the competition to that? I think it's SIA.
Rackspace. Yeah. iCloud, Rackspace, HPE, Helium. Okay. I was involved in that project, and IBM Cloud Storage.
And I think on your white paper it said that you were looking at a partnership with SIA.
Potentially. Yes, we have not done. Yes, we have not done that yet, because SIA, their decentralized storage is based on college kids' MacBook Pros that when they're done studying, that they shut off. And so here's Bob trying to save an important document, and a piece of his decentralized storage is on a MacBook Pro or who the hell knows what, and the performance of even if it's up and functional, the performance of such a product is not going to be to the liking of anybody outside the blockchain industry that says, wow, that's cool. Okay, yeah, it's cool, but can you sell that? You remember what I was saying before?
Yeah, exactly.
Sell that? No. And that's why the titanium resources for storage, processor, memory, et cetera, are going to come from high-end servers with built-in mining rigs. Okay, and the money that we make off of, because the strategic objective is to have our own blockchain, and these these servers that are going to run a specific distribution of Linux are going to have a built-in mining mechanism to them, and suddenly servers mining is going to be not as expensive. They're going to be profitable because of the sheer amount of money that infrastructure as a service brings in.
Whoa. Bob, also, you got to get in on that, okay? Like,
The other thing, Bob, is if you got old miners, the mining community is completely behind us, okay? Because if you take a look at miners, those processors, that memory, and that disk is a solid state disk drive, right, Bob?
Yep.
Okay.
I mine with hard drives, with CPU and GPU. So
you're
hey,
better.
Michael, do you need to take a restroom break at all, man? Like we've had you on.
All fired up.
Right on, man. Right
I
on.
I
got you. I'll be right back. But you and Bob just go at it.
So
not a problem.
I actually had to run and verify my email address on my other computer so I could get my referral link and post it in because people were asking me about it. So
yeah, cool.
I'm pimping the product for you.
You see where I'm going with this, right? So you've got your Bitmain S9 Bitcoin miner. The S10 comes out, and that becomes a very expensive paperweight, either immediately or eventually. No, you keep that damn thing plugged in, and titanium will use the processor, the memory, and the disk. It's all high quality, and it runs at such a speed that my customers would not say that's stupid like a MacBook Pro.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things with the bigger projects that I've been working on that I've been, with the S9s, I've kind of, because Bitmain has so much of the market, let's face it, they release X number of amount of miners out to keep the value pumped up, right? They don't want to flood the market, and then people buy them and put them on eBay and sell them for triple what they got, right? So, but the problem is they're not as flexible. I can mine anything with a GPU.
Yeah.
But with an ASICs miner, I'm stuck at whatever they're programmed to mine, whatever algorithm, right?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I can explain that too.
Yeah, please do. Please do.
Okay.
Because
I stole an idea from Verge. One of the cool things about Verge, what they were trying to do is stay with the original notion of Satoshi Nakamoto, this group of individuals that came up with Bitcoin, so that people would use this currency to go buy a loaf of bread at the local grocery store. Hence, 16.5 whatever billion Verge were minted, so that it would keep the price stable and reasonable. Okay. One of the things that they put in there to make sure that no Chinese cartel could take over, 40% of the Bitcoin hash rate is a multi-algorithm mining protocol, and I'm stealing that. I'm putting them all out there. I don't care what it is, X11, whatever. it qualifies. Ka-chunk. So that.
And then it'll just shift based on the most profitability at the time, right? Yep.
And that's kind of on you. I mean, I could probably create a widget on our website that says, "Hey, this is the mining algorithm that's most profitable today," and you just switch it on over. But the value behind me, it's kind of like these original Bitcoin documentaries. And very soon, guys, I'm going to have to go. I hate to say.
No worries, man. No worries.
I'll come on again.
Yeah, please, whenever you want. We broadcast every day from 6 p.m. sometimes 6:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m.
Wow.
And we totally love to have updates on you.
Yeah, we've done 8 hours in a day.
We have some awesome conversations, Michael, that I got a feeling that you would love to have
I was about to say, no, I'll listen. If it's like this and I'll find out, then you'll have another subscriber, another listener.
Like this.
Yeah. It's cool. Yeah, I like that. So just me from a philosophical standpoint, I think that what Bitmain and the other large mining rig makers are doing is kind of like, OPEC again. They're controlling the industry, they're controlling the price, they're controlling the difficulty rate, aren't they?
Yeah.
And so I wanted to defuse that, with Titanium's mining protocol. But I think it's horrible that people make huge investments in equipment, hundreds of thousands of dollars in the case of people to put data centers together to do mining, and the FL11 comes out. Huh?
Michael, I'm going to do that. I've basically allocated 250,000 to give to Bob here to start one of our warehouses.
Good. Awesome. If you want to get a tour of a nice place up in Oregon, I'll take you there.
Really? That's another option, man.
2 big ones.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
I think
out in the middle of, it's ugly. It's out in the middle of nowhere. It's not like Rodeo Drive down here.
Nice and cold.
It's pretty ugly.
That's okay.
Nice
I don't want to.
Neighbors with the Unabomber,
Hey, we have a question from James again. He says, in terms of price, 1 ETH, how many bars does that get you? In the white paper, after a certain date, it says $1 USD per bar. So how many would that get you with the current ETH? Is it still per dollar ratio?
It is.
And then 10% bonus right now, right?
Yeah, right now it's 90 cents, for example. If you want to consider it a bonus or discount, it's 90 cents because of the current bonus rate. That's going to go down to 5% soon and then nothing. To be frank, I don't have to offer a bonus rate to anybody, including high-value investors, if I wanted to, because of the sheer demand for the bar this last week. Because
but how come I don't get a 50% bonus like Electronium gave me? That was sweet.
I didn't say I agreed with Richard on all things. That's something that I disagree with him on. I think it encourages people that have a certain amount of money, like yourself, to buy a whole bunch at a very high bonus rate. It hits an exchange and you dump it.
I don't dump. But you know what?
A lot of people do.
A lot of people do. And you're right about that, Michael. You're right about that. And just before you came on, we had a discussion about that. And I said, for my ICO, I do want to offer 50% bonus, but I want to lock it up. Like, you can't dump on me, as soon as it hits the exchange. Like, we'll release 10% of your 50% bonus a month.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, rip it out. It's a good idea. I like it.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I said, when I get across the minefield, I'm going to write these books or the procedure or whatever. That procedure is going to be dynamic to like the United States Constitution, so that people like yourself that come up with better ideas or different ideas, it can be fine-tuned. And that, I think, is an excellent idea. And I wish I came up with it, frankly. You know? But
hey,
anyway.
Thanks, bud. Thanks. Well, feel free to, you know, to copy it, man. If you want to give me 50%, and I'll lock it up. You know, I'm a holder. This whole group, also, Michael, this whole group is called ETN holders. Okay,
oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We don't let the
dumpers.
Yeah, we don't let the dumpers.
I hate that.
This group. Yeah. I hate those motherfuckers too, man. I've been holding Neo since ICO number 2.
Yeah.
You know, and like I won't sell Neo. Like I've given some out, but I won't sell it.
No. Because I was going to say that we were talking about like mass adoption and all. Just to, and this is the last thing I hate to say. I could talk to you guys all night, obviously, but this last thing I've got to say, I have to go, is mass adoption. The prices that we're seeing right now, it's going to emphasize the fact that anybody that doesn't hold, you know, unless you get into a desperate financial situation and or somebody puts a gun to your head, if you, and I say this just like this, exactly the same words to anybody I talk to that says, you know, what's good, sound investment advice? This is a piece of it, because the Fortune magazine, Coinbase, #1 app on the App Store, NASDAQ trading Bitcoin futures, that's it. The dominoes are starting to fall. Everybody's going to rush in.
Right now, the market cap is at, let's see here, $705 billion, and it's been as high as 830. I predicted it would get to 1 trillion in January, and Bob said in February. Where do you see the market cap, let's say at the end of 2018? I say as high as 3 trillion. You say 2.5? Okay, so I'm not too far off.
Person. Well, that doesn't mean if Mike says something, that doesn't mean it's true.
No, you know? I know that, man. But I mean,
I'm just a conservative guy.
Just using and I kind of am too, but I'm kind of reckless too. So. But the big thing is, you know,
an entrepreneur. Reckless abandon.
But also, is there a bonus buying titanium with ETN? I thought I saw that somewhere. So
yes, because. Since I've been early, and this is the really last thing I'll say, but it's important. I'd say I got to go. Is that right around? It was in the middle of our process. You guys were having problems again with Cryptopia, and I, as a proud member of the Electroneum community and a very large investor in Electroneum, I thought that was horrible, and so I thought that it would be a good idea to offer a perpetual 20% bonus to anyone who purchases titanium bars with Electroneum. That's today, tomorrow, until they run out. That's it.
So I can go to your website and buy titanium with Electroneum.
You can buy with Bitcoin, Dash. There's a whole host of currencies that you can use because we're leveraging the Changelly and the Shapeshift APIs to transform the incoming currency into whatever we wish, in this case Ethereum, and snap it to a smart contract. And the reasoning behind that is, again, a businessman is running the show. And I don't think customers should be forced to use Ethereum, because what that's going to do is, like, let's say you're holding Ripple and it's going down right now, right? Why would I make you sell at a loss and pay the transformation transaction fee when I should take it? When good customer service is titanium takes that hit, because we want you to be happy. Okay, and we want you. I want to make it as easy as possible for you to purchase bars. I don't want to be some dev or whatever that's like, well, if you don't want to pay in Ethereum, screw you. I mean, that's the way they are. You know, I'm not. Customer service is #1, and I'm making it as easy as possible for people to purchase titanium bars. And I think that there's an ongoing there's problems that are ongoing in the blockchain community. And I think that when these things happen, that people like myself, I'm a philanthropist, should come in and do the right thing. When the coin pouch scandal happened with Verge and millions of Verge were stolen, I started giving away. All I asked for was proof of there being, a thief.
I like that. I love that, Michael, because we accidentally promoted a scam before we caught it for like an hour, and some of our people used Bob's referral link, and there was we estimate somewhere around 23,000 that our members bought into that link, and I reimbursed it everybody too. I just wanted to show you. I just wanted to show you, like right now, man. I've got the ETN wallet on my phone. Okay.
Wish I had an Android. I'm pressuring them. I'm like, where's this damn beta for iPhone, guys?
Right. And I love this app, man. It's so easy.
It's cool.
I've also made the commitment that I am not going to sell until we get to $1. But
watch me do it for you.
I'm willing to transfer 227,000 to your titanium address and buy titanium with it. I didn't say I wouldn't transfer it, right? So
use my referral link.
Oh yeah,
I pointed that out too.
Hey, so that brings me to the next question. Do I get the 10% bonus plus a 20% bonus for ETN?
20 total. I'm
20
not that
total.
generous. I'm generous.
All right, that makes me feel good.
All right, so some people said all they're seeing is Ethereum as a way to purchase. Is there a special link or something on the site?
Yeah, I mean there should be basically a drop-down menu that says I want to pay in this, and it takes longer because of our use of the APIs to transform any currency besides Ethereum into Ethereum, but that's not true. The end result is you will be, if you paid in Bitcoin and bought bars with Bitcoin, it's going to be leveraging, like I said, the change layer shapeshift API to transform it into Ethereum, and it gets fired at the smart contract, and you have to have an ERC20 token until we have our dedicated blockchain where we have our own coin, a bar coin instead of a bar token. So you have to store it there. But I have also, we have documentation on the website that says, and here's how you, after you get the titanium ERC20 bar token into your MyEther wallet or MetaMask or whatever, how to put it on your ledger.
Can you shoot me that link? On BeLive, there's a little, I guess, mod chat on your bottom left-hand side. It's orange. If you just click on that, it brings up this team chat. And if you put that in there, I can put this here where it's just cut, copy, and paste for everyone. Because I might
be able to do it.
I'll put in 227 electroniums.
Good man. I appreciate that. It's in a Notepad ++ document downstairs, so I can either Google it and pop it in there. I don't have, it's MyEther wallet.
Let's see if my guys. Hey guys, do you guys have the link? If you do, just post it so I can highlight it, and then it's an easy cut, copy, and paste.
I put my referral link out there already, so I don't know. Are you talking about a different link?
Yeah, the link where you can pay with ETN.
That team chat right there?
Okay, so this one, let me copy. Guys, we want you to use Bob's referral link because he's broke. Actually, he's not so broke anymore.
Right.
Yeah, but some of that's got to be repaid.
Yeah, but hey, it's cool though. This is an honest project. Bob's a good guy, and we're rewarding Bob. My job. I want to make Bob a millionaire before he thinks he'll be a millionaire, and he's already said, "I think I'll be a millionaire." Oh, look at that, Bob!
Do what? Say what now? Did I miss something?
I said I'm going to help him. He's trying to help you become a millionaire before you think, and so am I now.
Wow.
The downside is you have to work for a a-hole like me.
Oh, he works his ass off. Like, Michael, let me tell you, can you stay on for like 5 minutes real quick?
5 minutes, and then absolutely positively I got to go.
So I met Bob through a YouTube video, right? And he started following me. And then basically, man, we started this show and we started this pool, and he used to work at a car shop, and all his time off, he was helping miners, actually dialing into people's computers and setting them up to mine ETN. He did this so much that even his wife would get pissed off at him, and he would be all tired on his show, right? And I said, fuck this, Bob. Like, you worked for me for free, helping me succeed. I was like, how much do you make at that job? He's like, 35 grand. I was like, okay, dude, like, I'm sending you 35 grand right now. And I sent him $35,000 in Neo. That has now gone up another 17 or 18, 20,000, something like that. And, like, so he wouldn't have to worry and be full-time into crypto. I think I'm even getting his daughter in it. Like, this show is going to be awesome, man.
People.
Yeah.
No, when you do that, you're helping people. You bring in the smart guys into the subculture. You know, it's not 3%, 5%, and where the Gulch vortex is happening. All the producers and all the smart people go into the subculture.
Mm-hmm.
You're helping them. The bulldozers come. They don't know it. Like, what bulldozer? Where is it?
Exactly
You guys know where it is.
So
get out of the way.
I just want to say, I know you got to leave, but man, you're welcome to come on if you want to come on daily, just for 5-10 minutes, whatever you can do. Or would we have these? Sometimes we have these wild conversations about how blockchain is just going to improve everything and it's going to run over everything.
Yes,
we'd love to have those kind of conversations with you.
Yes, I will. Yeah, that's the way I put it. That's why I used the term bulldozer as an analogy. So they're like, "What? You're going to get mowed down," and that's what I want to try to get across to these people. But I'd like to watch. I'd like to listen. But here's what I would do to you, given the name of your group, and this is the last absolutely positively the last thing I'll say, because then I'm going to be in Bob's category of pissing off his wife, and we need to do that. Which is when a serious electronium development transpires, and I get approval within Electronium to share that with the public, then I'll come to you, and I will come to you first.
Man, that's a fist bump right there. Bam!
Hey, we would like to get Richard on the show too. I know he's a busy guy, but we would like to get him on. So if you can put that word in, and
yeah, that'd be great.
After I accomplish a significant achievement, I'd be happy to inquire as to whether or not he will do that.
I think he will. I've been in contact with him too. Like, I think he will. It's just a matter of timing. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
If you'll send your info to Pierre, I'll get with him and I'll get you that resume you're looking for.
Cool, man.
Oh, you can.
But he already said I was hired, so I mean that's politics
right.
there, right?
That was the interview. The interview is there was no question.
Right. It's a no doubt, Bob, with you. I mean, he doesn't even know your work ethic. On top of that, like, you bust balls. And Bob used to be a car salesman too, so he can sell.
Oh, really good. Mm-hmm. 2 hard workers and 2 salesmen. Oh,
yeah.
Let's have a beer with you, man.
Right. So, Michael, I'm going to tell all my investors or my buddies, this is not financial advice, but guess what?
Yeah.
I'm going to take the plunge and I'm going to put my electroniums.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
2 million electroniums, and then the rest, I'm going titanium, 200 and something. I don't know what that equals out to, but I'm going to do it.
We'll do the math.
Right on.
We got the calculator out or whatever. I really appreciate that, because
I got your phone number. I can text you whenever we're having a good conversation and ask you to come on, or you can come on. Add me on Facebook, bud. I'll approve you. I know you're not a DEA agent.
I told you.
Damn. Sometimes, man. Sometimes they do. They're good, but not this good.
Anyways, it was great. Thanks a lot, guys, for having me on.
Thank you.
Thanks, Michael. Appreciate your time, buddy.
We'll talk to you guys again soon. It was fun.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Right.
That was awesome.
That was an awesome interview, man. Wow. That was cool.
So I sent the link out to the Baxter family, and I don't know if they're in the waiting room yet, but you had that privilege. Not yet. Okay. So, man, that was awesome. I mean, getting insight from, direct from the source, right?
You see how many people are on? 318. We had like 400 and something people. Wow.
Yeah, for a long time too. So I think this could be our highest show ever, guys. And when I say that, launch day of Electronium wallets, we had 22,500 views within minutes after the show. So I think it's going there, guys. We do this show every single night for about 4 hours. We talk about ICOs, cryptos, white paper. We bullshit. Howard Stern. We smoke and drink. So guys, we no holds barred. We take questions.
What do you think, man? I think I was pretty. I think I was pretty hard on him too. I tried to get a little bit more out of him, detailed. Guys, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Did I miss something? How did I do? How did Bob do? Give us some feedback here on what we could have done better.
Yeah, we tried not to go too softball.
Yeah, no. Yeah, we don't go with softball nonsense. Like, we've tried to get down, and so that you can follow the reasoning and the thought process. That is probably the biggest thing, right? At least that's what it is for me.
Well, we try to definitely be more in depth and more thorough than just throwing out a referral link here and there, and not. Man,
we had him on for almost 2 hours.
Yeah, I mean, he was very generous with his time, and do what we do, and we just used, our thought processes, which are very different, right?
Mm-hmm. And guys, this is Bob's referral link right here. So if you read that article on how to buy titanium with Electronium, you get a 20% bonus. So that is pretty cool, and this is Bob's referral link right here. There's no guarantee this time, guys. If you lose your money on this, I'm not paying it back.
Well, that's the difference. This is not a scam.
Yeah, exactly.
And we've vetted the white paper. We went through the white paper and the team on our earlier shows, and now we've had the CEO of the company, and he's tied to Electronium, so it ties up really nicely with what we've been doing in this community and trying to build the family. If you're not mining in our pool, get your ass in our mining pool. UCrypto.com is the site. There's an easy miner that you can just download it and mine right from your laptop or PC. You don't have to have a big mining rig. If you do have a big mining rig, you can still mine in our pool with whatever software that you use currently. And we would appreciate it, guys. And our community, we built this for this Facebook group, basically off an idea on one of our shows when we were doing it live from our cell phones. So everything's kind of matriculated and grown and moved forward. And we appreciate everybody. And is Sarah
come on the show?
Hold on. Has any of the Baxters jumped on yet? I sent them the link. They need to come on.
No, I'm waiting for them, bud.
All right. Well, let me see.
But Mike wants to come on.
All right. I'll pull Mike. Well, Sarah saw the link. Maybe she's fixing her makeup or something. I don't know.
I think Chris wants to come on too. I think we've got James that wants to come on. It's who
this
else
is going to be
to come on? Like wow. Let's see here. I had some other. This guy that I met, real cool guy, Dwight. I wonder if he wants to come on. Go ahead, man. If Mike wants to come on, send him the link. Like, we'll try to get, we still got 2 hours.
Really? No, we started at 9, remember? Because we had to get everybody going first off. So.
Oh, yeah, you're right. We got an hour and a half.
All right, so we'll go with, let me find Mike in my messenger here. I've got so many.
Don came on. I want to have Don on the show too, man. Like today, I spent a lot of today trying to convince him. And it was funny. It was fucking hilarious, actually. Because, we were going through his arguments, and I was just shooting all his arguments down, right? Like, just fucking do it already. Pull the trigger. Let's do this. And, but it all sounds so pie in the sky. And I was like, well, then talk to your CTO. And he's like, yeah, but he's just as unicorny as you.
Unicorny.
Unicorny is what he specifically used, man. I love that. He's just as unicorny as you.
I gotta find the link again. I thought I had it handy.
Which one?
For the show. Hold on. Copy link. So I've got a couple people I've it says broadcast has ended? Broadcast hasn't ended, has it?
Really? Shouldn't. No. We're still live.
Well, wait a minute. Maybe I'm trying to give them the wrong link. Hold on. Nope, that's the correct link.
All right, hold on. I got a guy that wants to come on right now. And I met him at that blockchain event. Nice. Okay, Dwight. I sent you the link. Just come on right in, bud. Hopefully you've got headphones.
All right, let me find Pierre's.
Sarah's on here too.
Yeah, get Sarah in first, and let's handle that.
We'll send her the link, bud. My messenger is just drop it in the mod chat.
Oh, I gotta recopy it. For some reason, when they clicked the link, it said it had ended, but it hadn't ended. So let's redo this. Copy link address.
I click the link, it tells me the broadcast is ended. I wonder if Dwight's having that same problem because I don't see him in the lobby.
Well, I just copied that off the one you sent me, so let's see if it brings it in now.
I could send you a new one, try just an updated one or whatever. So we're waiting on some guests, guys. I thought we had a great end. Everybody said we did excellent, bud.
Well, we weren't softball, so that was good. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think compared to the other interviews I've seen, we were okay. They said we are in the lobby. I think. So, are they in the lobby?
No. There we go. James is in the lobby. So let me bring James on. No, I can have more than one person in the lobby.
Oh, okay.
Okay, James.
Hey, guys, just real quick while some other guests are trying to get on. I thought that was an awesome interview, so good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, really good job. But I just think he's just he's very, very captivating in what he says. And so that is very interesting to hear him talk. And just here's one thing. I know you posted my little link just in terms of so there's both the electronium things they talked about and then also with the titanium ICO, but with the electronium, okay, we know for a fact that Electronium posted that they're working on getting on 3 other exchanges, if not a done deal. Okay, he came on and he said, we are going to get them on the exchanges that Verge are on. Well, if you go to CoinMarketCap and you look at Verge and you look at the markets that they're on, the markets that they're on that have any considerable volume are Bittrex, Binance, Cryptopia, which obviously Electronium's on, and HitBTC. Mm-hmm. Those are the top 4. The other ones don't do anything. So, they're $1,000 volume. Or whatever.
Yeah.
So if you just deduce that is telling us that 2 of the 3 have to be Binance and Bittrex.
Mm-hmm.
So those are usually,
those are good ones too.
Yeah, those are 2 exchanges that typically come up as, in many people's opinions, some of the top exchanges. So that, to me, you can't say anything other than they're going to be on Binance and Bittrex. That's what that's telling me.
Yeah, that's telling me that. I could agree with that analysis. I could reasonably get there. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's huge news. And, it's not, no one's specifically saying that, but I mean, how you can't conclude anything but they're going to be on 3 new exchanges. and he just said it's going to be the same exchanges as Verge, they're not going to be excited about some shit exchange that has $500 in volume. They're going to want something decent. So it's got to be Bittrex and Binance are two of the three, in my opinion.
Okay, so everyone that's listening right now, I'm trying to scroll back to Bob. Bob, drop the link again.
I just dropped it again. Yep.
Okay, so here's Bob's link. You can cut, copy, and paste this, guys. Let me ask you, James, are you going to buy Titanium?
Well, one more thing, too. Congratulations, guys, on what I think was your top show for live people.
Thank you. I think we set a new record, too.
You had like 450 right around there or something close to that at one point. Let's go with that. And so am I going to buy? Well, I mean, you know, I'm loving Electronium and you know, he's like, I forget some of the things he said, but like he's like,
he's a businessman.
Yeah, he's like, we're going to get to $1 and you know,
support my new employer.
And what do you think? What do you think, James?
I'm definitely going to get some.
All right. Will you please use Bob's referral link? I'm going to use Bob's referral link myself.
I was surprised that you said you were going to use your Electronium. I know you get the 20%, but
yeah, I get 20%, bud, and I am not selling it. Right, I'm trading it. Right, and I'm getting into another ICO. Like, this works, and I get 20% extra for that. Like,
and you still have
and I'm going to still keep 2 million. Yeah,
right. Which is no small. It's not chump change.
No.
So I try to. I don't know if you guys have. I didn't catch on your previous episode where you really went in detail with the white paper and whatnot. I've read it. But the whole valuation of $1, what was your thought on that compared to where you think this may go?
I thought it was expensive, man, because when you come out into the exchange, you know, it could go 50, 60% under.
Right.
Especially how that happened with Kin. You know, and that's that's a subject right there that we did not touch on. And I would like to have him back to touch on that subject, because that happens sometimes. It's almost like a flip of the quarter to see what kind of investors you got. Are these guys just going to dump as soon as it comes out on the exchange, or are these guys going to fucking hold?
Well, he almost like tried to speak to that, where he was saying that because the referral bonus is so low,
he doesn't get the dumpers.
That's what I got out of it.
Yeah.
But I guess, you know, when you look at like Electronium being a cent for an ICO, okay, fine. But I get a little bit lost in terms of the valuation of what should I think that the coin or token or whatever should be worth.
So you can compare that with the circulating supply. Like, I don't even know what the circulating supply of titanium is. Do you know?
I want to say, gosh, I don't remember. I want to say 35 million, or maybe that's what he's trying to get from the initial launch.
Guys, do you guys know what the total supply of Electronium is?
You know, in other words,
or not Electronium, titanium.
Because I think that needs to be. I liked what he said. I liked his vibe.
Yeah, me too.
You know,
that's 35 million max. That is why it is $1, because you add on a penny for every 35 mil, and you get to $1 before you get to 10 billion, and that would kind of give you a rough estimation of the valuation compared to Electronium. What's that, guys? So
Sharon said 35 million, but it's deflationary, and he will burn the unused bars. Is what it says.
Okay, so 35 million. So if you put 35 million equals 1 penny. Now multiply that times 100. Okay, so that it comes out to $1. That's where he's at, right? $1.
$1 per bar.
$1 per bar. Okay, so multiply 35 mil times 100. What do you get?
3.5 trill.
35 billion.
35 billion.
Am I wrong? God.
You're probably right.
I think you're wrong.
I'm wrong.
I think it's 3.5 billion. I think is what the estimate would be. And so you look at Electronium at 21 billion max, and right now, at 6 billion, kind of like half the valuation of Electronium. So I could reasonably expect it to. I'm going to say this, man. I can reasonably expect it that it might go lower after ICO. Like, I think the chances are more like 60-40 because like Electronium already has that 65 million user deal. But this guy too, though, man, like there's something about this guy too.
Yeah. It's like so.
You can't bet against him, that's for sure. The only question is, do you put your money with him? And I'm going to put some on him, guys. Like the valuation, half price of Electronium, and overall, though, with Electronium at 21 billion and him at 3.5 billion, man, that's an easy bet for me. Yeah. I gotta take a chance.
I love it if someone would like write that down. I'm still struggling with the numbers, how that works. But
so what part? The penny?
Like okay, like if you consider a penny a good if we just go with Electronia, if you think that a penny was a good deal, which it was obviously in the end, but if a penny was a
unicorn, bud.
How that works? Like, is that half as much per token, or is that twice as much? Where are we?
Well,
relatively?
we relatively.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So relative to the price, right? So Electronium is a penny. James just bowed out, and none of the other guests have come on. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, Sarah said they're in the waiting room.
I'm not seeing.
Definitely, they were in the waiting room.
I'm not seeing them in the waiting room. I'm seeing James in the waiting room, and that's it. Like, look, I'm going to bring him back in. Like, what's going on over here?
Yeah, I got caught off.
Okay, so hold on. I'm going to put the link here, Bob, in the team chat. And is it any different? I don't understand. Because they're not in the waiting list. I would have them on here. So let's get back to the pricing real quick. So a penny, okay, is what Electronium came out with. Titanium is at $1. Okay, and then you got to think too, though. Titanium you could probably break down into satoshis or whatever, So he doesn't have the 2-digit where you don't break it down past 2 digits, supposedly. So, but still, okay. Let's say a penny a coin, right, for Electronium,
right,
and then $1 a coin for Titanium. The relativeness is that at a penny, we have 6 billion tokens right now, or potentially up to 21 billion total, right? So with him at $1, he's only got 35 million. So then if you add another, yes, man, a lot less. So reasonably, if you multiply, 1 penny, or actually, like to get to the dollar, right? 35 mil. Let's break it back down. Okay, let's
divide Electronium by 100.
Yeah, so let's break down. Titanium is 1 penny, okay, at 35 million coins. Okay, so if we multiply that by 100 to get to $1,
it's
right?
3.5 billion.
3.5 billion, exactly.
And so how many did Electronium have?
21 billion.
Exactly.
That's a sixth or seventh, whatever.
Exactly, and so that that relatively gives you what's we call it the price. Okay, so Sarah is in the waiting room. So James, I'm gonna take you out.
Guys, great show.
Thank you, brother.
Yep,
thanks for watching and being a part.
See you guys.
All right, here we go. Here's my girl. Here's Sarah Baxter, guys, from the Baxter family. How you doing, Sarah?
Hey.
Right on.
Hi.
Bob, you want to say hi?
Hey, Sarah.
Hi.
You're not looking at the camera, though.
Yeah, hi.
All right, so we did a little bit of a fundraiser on your behalf.
I'm gonna grab a beer real quick, guys. Hold
on. You know what? Hold on one second, because I need to move this to the screen that I'm looking at.
Do you have a headset or earbuds or something?
Nope. Hold on. Can I close?
Yeah, you can close the Facebook one.
Okay, I can close the Facebook.
Yep. And just look at the Be Live tab.
No, but hold on.
There you go.
And then I can move this over here.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Now I'm lag free, Tom says. Hi. How are you guys?
Pretty good. So, obviously, for the last week, you've been your family has been a topic on the show, and you've been
very much appreciate that.
And you've been a great part of this Electronium community, and we appreciate all the hard work you guys put forward for free.
Yeah, hey, Tom.
What's up, guys?
So,
hey, Tom.
Mom? Hold on a second. Mom? Come on, Mom.
We got Mom here.
Oh, wow, man. So, no way. We got Mom in there. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
So,
this is our family. Thank you.
And,
Thank you.
And you guys are a great part of our community. The whole family is a member of our community. And we love you guys, and we appreciate all of the work that you've done for free. And watching the show and commenting and everything else. And we felt that it was the least we could do to help you guys out when you needed help. So
we have no idea. Yeah, we couldn't believe the outpouring, man. It's unbelievable. You guys,
I get goosebumps. I get goosebumps, man. All right, I get goosebumps.
And it was an honor and a privilege to be able to share this with the community and to help you guys out. And last night, you know, as you guys know, that we not only hit the goal that we had set out, and you guys said you needed, but we went past it by what, $500.
About $550. Somebody else donated after that.
$550.
It was funny because it was at
it was Ron McConnell came in right at the end.
but there was, I remember, because it was at $75.50.
Kathy says hi, Mom.
And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna round it off to $8,000.
And then
I put $450 in, and then somebody got in like a minute before me. It didn't show, you know, and so it made it a little bit more. But like, it's been a pleasure, guys. Like, I feel for your family. You know, nobody lives forever, guys. So, you know, it hurt, you know, but
we knew it was coming.
Wasn't expected.
Yeah.
All right, so that's even better, you know. Is one of I remember.
Right, he's not in pain, you know. It's good.
I remember when my grandma passed away, guys, and I was in prison. Thankfully, she didn't pass away when I was in prison, but like that was the biggest worry for me personally. Like my grandma would pass away, and I wouldn't be able to be there for her. Like, you know. And so you guys at least had that chance. I had that chance too. Thankfully, my grandma passed away when I was out of prison, and I didn't go through that. So, like, my condolences to you guys. I love you guys. You know, I appreciate everything that you do for the group. And the group also has shown you guys how much we care about you guys.
Love, man.
So,
major love. And you know, Doc, if there's anything we can do, like you had mentioned with your grandma and the headstone, it's not even a question, man.
Yeah, we'll get to that. I'm gonna take care of that one.
No, I just want you to know that. That's all. I mean, it's no question.
Right on, Baxters. Baxter family, we love you guys. We'd like to have you guys on another time if you guys want. Right now, I do have another guest that's on, guys, and I want to give him the opportunity.
Yeah, we just wanted to say thank you. Yeah.
Let everybody, all our mods know, and the Eastman family,
and everybody.
We love you guys, man. And what you did for us was amazing.
Right?
No idea what you guys
beautiful.
did for us.
Man, we're gonna make you guys millionaires.
You guys. We got your back.
Yeah,
nice. I got your back too, guys. Nice. All right. I'll bring bam. Fuck yeah, guys. To
hey,
all
Mom's got to give the fist bump.
Yeah.
Come on, Mom. Fist bump.
Fist bump.
Right on, guys.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right. So let me get them out here. And now let's bring in Dwight Callwhite, guys. This guy is an interesting gentleman that I met at the Vegas blockchain event. And he had this furry white jacket, rock starish, and I was on the second floor. And I had my Pablo Escobar hat and my lawyer. I was like, man, go and talk to that guy. He thinks he's a rock star, man. I want to talk to him. And we ended up partying together.
We had fun. Can you hear me?
It's a little messed up.
No?
Yeah.
It's a little slow?
Yeah, it's kind of broken up. You know what? Sometimes if you go out and come back in, it kind of fixes itself. Bob, does he have to click on the little wheel?
Yeah, you can sometimes change the microphone in there, Dwight, but the main thing is don't watch it on Facebook. Watch it on the Be Live tab on your screen. That's usually a little bit of a help.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely on Be Live.
Okay, let me take you out real quick, and then click that little button, and hopefully it fixes it. And can he bring himself back in?
No, you have to bring him in.
Okay. So I'll just bring you back in, and hopefully it's fixed. Okay, let's try to... It still sounds like crap.
I'll stop.
Okay, well, I think he's going to come back, though. He's a very interesting guy and has a blockchain company here in Las Vegas as well. And it's going to be really good to talk to him.
Let's let me refresh this here. So with the titanium, the 10% bonus ends in 5 days, 23 hours, 6 minutes.
Okay, cool.
And there's been 11 million bars sold so far.
11 million bars. Okay.
11,628,831. So soft cap.
Dwight's back. Soft cap has been met.
It says in just 8 days it was met. So
hey, testing. 1, 2, 3.
Sounds a lot better.
All right. Fantastic.
All right, Dwight. So please introduce yourself to the group.
All right. Thank you for having me. My first time on the show. I'm very excited to be here. I met Pierre earlier this week, actually 1 week ago, pretty much 6 days ago. And so my name's Dwight. Some people call me Digital Dwight. I am
Digital Dwight.
Yes, I own a software development company. Yes, Digital Dwight. Here I am.
Hey, you see the little orange dot on your lower left-hand bottom?
Yes.
Okay. Put in your website so I could share it, and maybe if I can get your business, but all the better, you know?
I appreciate that. So that's my software development company, and we specialize in blockchain software. We've helped launch ICOs before, and we also help businesses to accept payments in Bitcoin, to pay out commissions in Bitcoin. A big software product of ours that we've developed over the last 13 years is a platform that does all sorts of commissioning. So for affiliate industry or the multi-level marketing industry, we have the software developed that allows companies to pay out commissions no matter what their compensation plan may be. And we've found that Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in general has really been a boon to that industry. It's been huge and marvelous because those companies
have my
yes,
buddy
sir?
Don Wilson would love to speak to you, bud.
All right, great. Yeah, I'd love to talk about marketing, commissioning, e-commerce, automation. That's where we really specialize.
You're kind of breaking up. You're kind of breaking up, bud.
Okay, am I again?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a better setup for that. I'm on a laptop at a different location than I usually am.
Oh, all right. Okay, so your company, how do you pronounce it?
Apogee Invent. Apogee.
Apogee Invent.
Yes, that's it.
What does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
Apogee. Does it have a meaning behind
apogee,
it?
Yeah, it is. It's a scientific term that is related to the orbit of the moon or any body that is around another thing. So there's the apogee and the perigee. When the moon orbits around the Earth, it's not in a perfect circle. It's a little oblong. So the apogee is when it's the farthest from the Earth. The perigee is when it's the closest to the Earth. But we use that term just to describe the company. We like to program under the moonlight, so maybe there's a relation there. We're night owls. We're creating software and web development.
You guys help ICOs go from start to finish. Because guess who I had a meeting with yesterday? And it cost me a shit ton, actually, or the day before yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I had a meeting with Dan Steele. Do you remember him, meeting him at the blockchain event?
I'm not sure. Dan Steele.
Dan Steele. Big beard.
Oh, yes, Dan. Yes, I know that Dan. Yes.
He basically wants to charge. Yeah, he basically wants to charge me, and I think he's giving me a deal. I'll let you speak to that. To take me from my idea and whatnot to white paper and everything else, smart contract, 150,000 with his backing, and he tells me that with his backing, he alone with my idea could raise $1 to $5 million. So what say you? Should I go with you instead?
Fascinating. Well, we can. I would have to look at what exactly the project is, but I would love to throw my hat in the ring and.
He came over to my house. He came over to my house, bud. So you're welcome to come over to my house. Yeah. No, we had a good time.
I could do that.
Yeah. I live over by Sam Boyd Stadium.
Okay. Yeah, that's not too far from me.
Oh yeah.
I'll come over with some beers and we'll talk about the project. I'd love to know about it. I mean, even if you did end up going with Dan, there may be a way that we can work together and help. But I think that he provides software.
I'm not committed yet. We're supposed to start February 1st. So I would love to hear your response to that and get, a second opinion. And if I'm sure you're going to give me an honest recommendation with, hey man, this is a good deal. Dan's a good guy.
Right.
Do it, because.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Or maybe we can all work together. Who knows, man? Tell us more about your company and the clients that you've had or have. Sure.
Yeah. Well, we've been in business for 13 years. We were founded in 2004. Got an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. We are a team of 30.
A team of 30?
And we've got 30 people on staff now. I'm technically the chief marketing officer and one of the principals in the company. And
where are you located?
We've got 18 developers on staff, 18 guys with computer science degrees, programming all day long. So that's a big engineering is really where we're focused as a company. I'm located. Well, we are headquartered in Idaho. That's where our headquarters is. But I'm of course here in Las Vegas. We have about 5 developers here in Las Vegas. In Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
Why Idaho?
That's just where my partner and our CEO first founded the company, and we've had an office in Idaho for quite a while now. He lives up there. We also had an office in Houston, Texas for a while. We had an office in Portland, Oregon, and one in Southern California that I used to work at. But I moved to Las Vegas 3 years ago, and most of our staff works from home.
Where are you guys incorporated though? Because I mean, we don't have a
we're incorporated. Yeah, we're incorporated in Idaho. We've considered reincorporating in Nevada, but it wouldn't save a ton in taxes. Even though Idaho does have state taxes, Nevada, they have a lot of fees and things like that, and so it wouldn't really save.
You know what? I need to put you in touch with my accountant.
Yeah, I love that.
She's come on the show, but I got her to buy into crypto. She bought $10,000 worth back in, I think, August, and her portfolio is now at like 50,000. And she's like, "Yeah, send me business. Talk to me. My taxes are free this year." Good. Love to meet her. It's actually taxes.
Yeah, I would love to meet her. I'd love to connect her with our CFO and have a little chat about maybe reincorporating in Nevada. That's a dream of mine for the business. But right now we're full steam along as a Idaho corporation, and we have people all across the country. So we're paying state taxes in lots of different states just because we have the nexus in different states with our salaried staff members and things like that.
You're going to still pay those taxes if you're out of state. But I believe, like, for your workers that are here in Nevada, they won't be taxed. They won't be taxed is what would save the company money. And if you got 6 guys who are probably making, I'm going to take a wild guess, somewhere around the 6-figure, $100,000 area, because you guys, programmers, basically have the pick of the litter, and they're in high demand, right? Am I wrong?
They are. They're in high demand, and we've got very skilled staff. However, they do appreciate the fact that we let them work from home and they don't have to do the commute. So we're constantly hiring, and we've had guys retained on board for over 10 years, and they're really good developers. We've built an amazing stack of software over 13 years. But we pay well.
What have you built? What have you built?
Well, I'll tell you, one of the vertical niches that you may not expect is that we have over 1,000 car dealerships as clients across the country. So that's a product that we've built. It's called Autobahn, and it's a software product for the car dealership that lists all their vehicles online. It pulls all of that data, their inventory data, from the computers at the dealership and places it all online, gets them excellent ranking, does follow-up marketing when they get inquiries on the website. Beautiful mobile version of that, and photo galleries, even a Craigslist poster to help the dealerships to post on Craigslist.
Wow.
So that's one of our vertical industries. Yeah, and then the other one is probably MLM, multi-level marketing, which I touched on a little bit earlier, and helping those companies that are not just selling a product, but they're also recruiting people to sell the product and recruit people underneath them to sell the product. And they have compensation plans that may be based on ranks and all sorts of different rules. And we help them with a fully replicated website, all the commissioning, and that's really where Bitcoin has come into play and helped those clients quite a bit. Because before, they would have to have $100,000 rolling reserves just to accept Visa and MasterCard. They were treated like redheaded stepchildren, really, by the banks and the merchant processors.
I'm treated like that. I'm treated like that, man. With Dr. Reefer, everybody shuts down my account.
Marijuana industry and the MLM industry, I think, are unfairly pegged as no-touch type of industries with these banks. But that's one of the things that cryptocurrency has really helped, is move past the banks, move right around them, and take the power back into direct person-to-person transactions.
And how do we do that?
Well, with Bitcoin commissions, Bitcoin payment accepting on the websites, so you get your customers to pay you in Bitcoin. You pay out commissions to your salespeople in Bitcoin.
That is interesting.
No more need to bow down to the Visa, MasterCard, and the banks.
But right now, with Bitcoin being so high in the price and the transaction price being so high, are you accepting different currencies?
Yes, we are. Yeah, and that's a good point. I say Bitcoin just because it's the most easy to remember, but of course, I'm talking about cryptocurrency in general. Our software talks directly to any blockchain, and we're adding new coins almost every day. Yeah, we've connected to, well, maybe just half a dozen at this point, but we're adding new ones about once a week, depending on the client demand. But definitely, there's some Bitcoin Cash, of course. And
can you guys make a wallet for me?
Yes, yeah, we have a wallet built into the software. So one of the nice things is when one of the sales reps gets paid commissions, it sits there in their back office until they pull it out, and they can have different options of how to pull it out. Maybe you want to just mail them a check in the mail. Maybe they need to earn over $200 before they get any commissions, and so that's
okay. You know what? We definitely need to have a discussion. What are you doing tomorrow?
Yeah. You know, our office is actually closed tomorrow for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. That makes me a lot more available than I usually would, and I would love to come visit.
Yeah, man. Like, if you want to come visit in the afternoon, it'd be cool, and then we could have a little discussion, and you could come on the show. You know, that'd be really cool.
I love that. Do an in person. I'll bring a 6-pack of beer. We'll have a chat.
A 6-pack. Dwight.
Yeah.
Let's get fucking real, all right? My lawyer tried to fucking say that, all right? You know what I told him to fucking bring? Bring a 20-pack of Coors Light bottles, okay? Like a 6-pack.
All right.
Man, I go through a 6-pack in a couple of hours.
We'll need a little more than that. All right. Bring out the big guns.
Exactly.
How about some whiskey?
Ooh. Actually, Bob is more of a bourbon guy.
There we go. There it is.
But I got the Smirnoff handy too, so
we love it when Bob starts drinking.
That's great.
He gets so funny, man. Okay, so success stories. Tell us about your success stories. I mean, you told us quite a bit already, but are there any unicorn?
Through my software development company, we're really proud that we're helping businesses to succeed online, and just trying to push those products forward. Me personally, though, I got involved in cryptocurrency maybe just a little over a year ago. Of course, I've heard about it forever, but I feel like I was late in the game.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, you were. Let's talk about that.
I know. Here I am.
You should have been early.
I'm Digital Dwight. I'm late to the game.
Dwight. Okay, what kind of holdings do you have? Did you just Bitcoin, or did you go aggressive?
No, so one of the things is that I've really, I mean, for the first half of last year, I was heavily involved in Bitcoin and Ethereum primarily, and then I started to diversify. Right now, I have about 20 different coins, and those coins, so I've diversified into basically the top 20 coins. Okay. And have you ever heard of Bit20?
No.
Bit20, I think you can Google it. Bit20, just write out the word 20, TWENTY. And Bit20 is basically the top 20 cryptocurrencies based on market cap. And so my friend created a spreadsheet that's a very advanced spreadsheet that pulls data from the internet and basically tells you which exchange to buy which coins in order to be diversified amongst the top 20 coins where none of them has more than 10%. So if Bitcoin has the highest market cap, it's only going to be 10% of your portfolio. Okay. Ethereum is also up there. It's only going to be 10%. But then the next 20 are going to make up that remaining percentage to get to 100%, right? And so you rebalance that you rebalance that maybe once a month, or you could rebalance it once a week if you're ambitious, and you're just going onto the different exchanges and you're selling the losers that dropped off the 20, you're buying the new ones that came onto the 20.
Okay,
and so it forces you to take your profit.
What kind of returns have you gotten from this?
I've gotten excellent returns.
Well, let's talk about excellent.
Yeah, I mean, it seems. Let me show you the website here. Let's see.
Okay, drop that link in there.
Know. Yeah, you can just go to bit20.com. I'm going to put it right here in the chat for you.
Because I got a few eye openers for you.
Yeah, they've got a chart right there.
Bob's already smiling over there. He knows.
This is part of the show where you get converted from trader to holder. I'm just letting you know right now. With the typical response of "Whoa," that comes.
All right. So we'll see right now, okay? Because
yeah,
you know, Digital Dwight doesn't know what Dr. Reefer's been doing yet. Okay, so we're giving him an edumacation.
Yep.
So, okay, Dwight, you're at bit20.com. Okay, so let me open this up and let me also go to bit20.
So you can see the returns on there, and I've taken a lot of my Ethereum gains and put it into this. Basically balanced it based on top 20.
What am I looking at here? What returns are we talking about here? Where am I?
Well, you can see the graph right there, and you can see the type of returns that it's gotten. It's definitely above just holding on to Bitcoin. I believe it's above Ethereum as well, if you're just holding on to that. But I'm not doing the day trading. I'm not buying and selling on a daily basis. I am rebalancing based on the top 20 coins and their market cap.
And so this graph that I'm looking at, and it has 100K, 200K, 300K, and 400K. What is that? Is that dollars, percentage? What is that? Market cap? What, you know?
That's US dollars, it looks like. I mean, I didn't make this site, just to let you know. This is something that's created as a public service by another company, I think.
This is pretty ugly, if you ask me.
It looks like USD. Yeah.
Okay. So that fucking website bites balls.
I think it's if you had started with something like $1,000 beginning. It's just showing you the.
I'm going to give you
gains.
a checkout. Hold on just a sec.
Okay.
Okay. Right here. Okay, we'll go back into this team chat, and then I'm going to show everybody else as well. You see that one, Dwight, that I just entered in there?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and I'm highlighting it here for the group. If you want to cut, copy, and paste, this is ICOstats.com. Return on investment since ICO. So they're taking all the returns that you've had. Okay, so just to give you an idea, Bud, are you at ICOstats.com?
I am.
Okay, you see the third one down, right? NEO?
Yes.
Okay, you see right next to it how it's got a plus 487,000%.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So
there's the wow.
You know,
that's a big percent.
There's the wow. Oh, yep. Every time I show everybody this, wow.
Yeah.
And then
that's a big number.
That's a huge fucking number. And then you go down and you see Stratus.
Yep.
What percentage is that?
That's 278,888%.
That's right, bud. I put $200 on this when it got out of ICO, and that $200 has turned into like 260,000.
Wow!
In a year and a half.
Impressive. So, is this helping identify coins right as they become ICO?
Not this one. I use this one just to show what is possible. So back up to number 3 with NEO.
Okay.
I put $1,200 into this in ICO, 2 Bitcoins. Okay. And then back in July, when it was $6.25, I put another $20,000 into it. Okay. And I've held on to it all this time. I have let some of it go, but very little, like a little, probably 500 Neos that, some of my investors used the wrong link and I paid them back. And I paid Miner Bob here, I retired him from his job and I paid him in Neo. But at the current price of $157.96, that basically $21,200 has turned into $1,640,000. Okay, now do you get those kind of returns?
I do not, admittedly. I'm in the 6 figures though, but it's not that kind of return.
Okay, and the only reason why I asked that, we want to convert you. when you invest, man, what are you looking for?
I want to be in the 7 figures before the end of this year.
Like, what are you looking for when you invest, man? Are you looking for the 10x, the 100x, or the 1000x?
Well, I mean, right now, conservatively, I like to take my 6 figures, 10x them, and get into the 7 figures. But of course, 100x would be a heck of a lot better than 10x. So,
yeah, I mean,
for that.
With Neo, you're seeing that's a 4,000x, and then the Stratus is a 2.7 thousand-x.
That's wild.
Yeah, so that's what we're trying to do here on the show, and identify those opportunities, and at least put ourselves in the position. We can't always pick these, these are unicorns, but we want to try to put ourselves into this position. Like Electronia, man, I got in on the ICO, and that's returned so far like a 17x in 3 months. So
that's correct. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do, bud. That's what we want to help you. I know that just talking with you will help us too, and understand the technology more from a programming developer kind of way. And Bob here, Miner Bob, he's more analytical towards that. I'm kind of like a dummy, but you've met me. I mean, you know me.
Yeah.
I
really appreciate that. I'd love to be on board this train. And so is it a thing where you basically have this talk show and you're talking about new ICOs, or is it some sort of program that somebody would join and make an investment in? I'm kind of wondering what it takes to be on board with Pierre.
Really, dude, it just, you got to be a cool guy, be open to, discussing everything. Be able to clown around with us and, have fun, because there's a lot of people watching, and we don't want to make this boring. We want to make this exciting. And when you see the kind of returns that I have luckily been able to accomplish, whatnot, it opens people's minds up to the possibilities of what's out there. And like, it's all going on the blockchain. If you think that it's not, you're fucking stupid. I mean, it is all going, everything. And we have some amazing discussions, dude, about the future, where it's going. It's just, this is a cool fucking show. This is not work. This is fun work to me, and I enjoy this. Like, I enjoyed this. This is beautiful to me. And we'd like to have you on, man. You're a Vegas guy. You're welcome to come over.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate it.
I get steak and
eggs. I'm having fun so far. Next time I'll have a better headset, better connection, and maybe I'll juggle for you or something. Keep the class entertained.
You can juggle too, huh?
A little bit.
All right, cool.
I've got other talent. What do we need to do here? Keep everybody on their toes.
Yeah, we've got another guest. He's one of my mods.
Okay.
So, but let's talk a little bit more about what's your vision for your company.
My vision is to continue to empower small, medium-sized businesses by enabling them to transact on the blockchain and to bring the blockchain to more and more businesses, whether it's a dog groomer or a automotive dealership.
You can basically
whoever it may be.
You can basically come on the show.
I want to bring it to the world.
Yeah, you can basically come on the show whenever you want, but just
all right.
You've got me on Messenger. Just message me, man. We do this show every day from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Sometimes 6:30 to 10:30. And sometimes if we go, sometimes we get into deep discussions, and when we do that, we'll go an extra 2 hours, 3 hours, sometimes 4. Man, we've done 8 hours in a day. Actually, I think we've done like 12 hours in a 24-hour period. Those are rare, but you know, you're free to join us whenever we want, man. We try to have discussions that are sometimes way far out there, man.
Yeah.
Hey, you got those.
I like getting far out.
You got those Trump thumbs. Do that. Do the thumbs up again.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's look at this.
Do the thumb. Yeah, that's how. Oh.
Yeah. They're double jointed.
Like, you're double. Whoa. Fucking wild, right?
Going this way.
But so Digital Dwight.
Yes, sir.
Anything else you want to say, bud? Like the floor is yours. I'm going to go use the restroom real quick, and I'll be right back.
Potty break for Dr. Reaper. So obviously with everything moving to the blockchain, I guess you guys are pretty busy, right?
We are. We're busy. We're also trying to be very selective. One of the things is we don't want to just help any old company launch an ICO. It's really important to us that they are bringing something unique. It's easy for a business just to copy the same algorithm as Bitcoin and create their own blockchain and put a bunch of marketing fluff around it. But we don't necessarily want to be on board with companies like that, because they may be fly by night and they're just looking to pump and dump. And we want to really change the world. We want to improve industries. We want to improve lives by creating new solutions and bringing the blockchain to unique problems that exist in the world.
Well, that also helps to diversify, right? Bring it to more people and different opportunities. Because I mean, even when you look at the current ICOs that are available, and you start going through, ICO drops or ICO stats where they have all these upcoming ICOs, and you start reading, it's like, shit. Okay, a decentralized marketplace. I'm like, how many can you have? So that's pretty good that you guys are doing something different than, going with the everyday routine. Well, at least what's starting to seem routine as, just a bunch of, hey, decentralizing this, decentralizing that,
Right. Yeah, it's important to have a unique value proposition.
Yeah, but even that, like, if you can execute faster than the guys already, like, it's basically the wild, wild west out there. What say you, Digital Dwight?
It is the wild, wild west. But I was just mentioning before you left that it's the wild, wild west. But there's a lot of companies that are just pumping and dumping some recycled idea, and if we want to change the world, then we're going to have to create unique solutions and bring the blockchain to problems and solve these problems.
Let's talk about that, because everybody is looking for the killer app, right?
Yeah.
The app that makes everybody go to blockchain. That's the one app that will make billionaires out of its early investors.
Yeah. Well, one of the things I'm interested in is this sharing economy and how the blockchain may be able to help that. We've got Uber and Lyft and Airbnb, and if we bring that to its one logical next step, we have young millennials who no longer really care too much about ownership. They just want something and they want it now. So if I want a jet ski this afternoon, I should be able to rent it. And the blockchain can really help us with that type of organization, being able to track these objects that we may be sharing and of course
oh, you're so funny, man. You haven't taken it to the next logical conclusion. Like, we have some conversations, man, like the one we had yesterday, where let's say a crime happened in my neighborhood. Okay, so the police have access to this database, right? And they can see all the cell phone users that were in this one area when right in the middle there was a crime, right? And they just make a little circle and they can reward and say, anyone who knows anything about this crime, please contact us and be rewarded. And then even more so, man, when autonomous vehicles come out, okay, and they're running around recording everything, okay, so if a crime does happen, now they can also go back and look at the autonomous vehicles that were registered in that area, or anything that digitally was registered in that little crime vicinity area. Okay, and they could check the cameras. Everything is registered. So, man, it's no longer like we're strangers. We're all fucking family. Because we know that if you fuck up our family, you're going to prison for a long time, and you ain't getting away with jack shit. It changes, dude. This is a fundamental change on a different level that most people have not thought of, dude, or even dreamt of. Like, where is this going to go? Like, imagine the traffic lights all on the blockchain, so that it is always, you know, you get in on one street and you go all the way through, you know, and it's always, oh my goodness, man, this.
Well, think about what you just said, Pierre, with the whole law enforcement thing. If they can capture all of the cell phones that are in that area, the chances are one of those cell phones is the actual criminal.
Yeah. Exactly. And then when they check the autonomous vehicles that are running around and maybe recording stuff, you never know. If you commit any kind of crime anywhere, somebody might catch you on fucking camera, man. And even an autonomous car. Like, that's how wild we're talking about. Like, you're not going to want to commit any fucking kind of crime. Yeah. You know, and that will bring, I believe, humanity closer too. Like, I'm not going to want to get into, it's going to take a lot to get into a fight. You know, we're going to have to go one-on-one, but robberies and this and that, those aren't going to happen anymore. Vandalism, stupid shit like that, you know, because you're going to get caught.
Yeah. I hope so. I mean, some people fear for the erosion of their personal freedoms, thinking that Big Brother's going to watch.
Let me tell you, yeah, of course, but let me tell you about AI. So then here, you know, you've heard about it, I'm sure, the two AIs that were unleashed on Facebook, and then they came up with their own secret language to communicate with each other, and Facebook had to shut them down. Did you hear about that?
Are you talking about the M? There was an M messenger or something, the AI chat. I don't know. I didn't hear about two of them, but I heard that Facebook shut down their M chat.
Yeah. So these AIs are being really stupid, you know. But right now they're being really stupid. But in the future, like, imagine, dude, an AI that knows everything, a personal AI that knows everything about you, and seeks out to put you into contact with people that can advance you or help you. And so at every step of the way, like, it's making recommendations for you to go to this restaurant, that restaurant, go to the supermarket. And it knows, because the AI knows who is potentially in that area at all times, who can also help you and advance you. And if you just bump into them, you might make a either romantic relationship, business relationship. I mean, the AI is, this thing could get wild, man. Like, it could help everybody, you know. And then with the autonomous cars, okay, Bob, chonk, 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 you know, you're going to have to eat before you. Yeah, we still hear you. There you go. I got to give mine to Bob a hard time.
Get him.
But so the autonomous cars, dude, no more delivery, you know, people wasting their time driving. There's better shit to do than driving. And it just forces all these other humans to step it up, if you will. You got free time now. You don't have to drive.
Yep.
You know, I think that's going to be like productivity. Everything goes up. Yeah, increase efficiency.
With a public, distributed, internet-based data, like the blockchain.
That records everything, exactly.
It records everything, but it's also transparent.
Digital Dwight.
But everything on the database.
These are the kind of discussions that we have on this show, man, and why I would like to bring you on more and discuss the technicalities more, because you're the programming. You can give us a different aspect into these crazy far out ideas that actually are soon to be.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. I'm honored, and I do have my degree in computer science, and I studied cryptography and whatnot. Although I will admit I don't do a whole lot of programming anymore. Now that I've built up this team, I'm mostly focused on sales and marketing and product development and just talking to people like you. And but yeah, it's a good thing. I still feel like I have my mind in it, and I want to understand the technicalities. But maybe every once in a while we can bring on one of my programmers, and they could even talk more technical.
I'd love that, dude. And like, you own it, bro. When we were at that party, there was the one girl that hosted the party with her sparkly jacket, and then there was you, and then there was me with the crazy fucking hat, you know, the Pablo Escobar hat. And I wore that on fucking purpose. Like, motherfuckers, you are gonna notice me. You know, I'm Dr. Reefer. You know, and like
you gotta be remembered. It gives people a conversation starter too. Everybody's nervous to talk to each other, so if you've got something flamboyant and weird that they can comment on, it makes it so much easier to start a conversation.
Exactly. And I noticed you knew that, you know, and so did what's her name? She knew that, and that is exactly why, like, I sought you guys out, and I knew that we would have a good time here on my show.
And that's not unusual for me. I love Vegas. I love that you can go out and be weird. I dress up like a maniac almost every weekend, and people celebrate it. They either think I'm some sort of drunk tourist, or they think
I'm a drug lord.
I'm just a local. Yeah, exactly.
I'm a drug lord, you know, so
but people love it. They celebrate in this town. Yeah, the weirder the better.
Yeah, that's why I love fucking Vegas, man. I'm going to Colombia here soon. I don't know when anymore, because my life just changes day by day. But man, hopefully you can come over tomorrow. Why don't you message me tomorrow? Okay. And
I will.
Let's make some plans. Come over, bring a 20-pack of Coors Light, and whatever else you want to bring. I got everything else that's legal here.
Perfect. I'll bring it all. All right. I appreciate you having me on. I'll jive off. But we'll make this a regular thing.
All right. We'll talk to you soon.
Nice.
Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, now let me bring Mike up. Mike, I hope you're ready. You're on the air. So this is Admiral Mike here.
What's up?
Are you partying with the captain, Admiral?
Man, I'm partying like I shouldn't be partying. Oh shit!
How's everything with you, Mike?
Oh man, life is fucking great, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm on another level right now, but I'm enjoying it. So.
Well, tell us, man. We want to get on your level.
You're on my level all the time, so.
Right on, man. I like that.
What's up, Zaf? Dude, fucking Zaf is awesome, man. I want to give him a shout out for what he did for the Baxters.
Mm-hmm.
We got a badass fucking community, man.
Yep, he is a true gentleman, man. Yeah. I like Zaf.
How you feeling about the interview?
Oh, dude,
and let me grab a beer too.
I was drinking my beer, and it reminded him he needed one.
Yeah, just like
dude, that fucking that's the whole reason I want to come on, man. That fucking interview was, man, that was off the chain, man.
It's the best interview that I've seen with him.
Yeah. I mean, both you guys were on point, and you know, most of our shows we're joking around and fucking off and having a good time, and Doc's doing this thing, but when it comes time to handle business, like, man, y'all handle business for real.
Nice. I like that. That's what I want to hear. I tried to, man. Like, this is kind of like my courtroom.
I mean, for real. Like,
you know?
You impressed me, Doc. Like, for real, you impressed me, man. Like, that's the first time we had a real high level, you know.
I don't know. I had the CEO of Lifetree on too, man.
Yeah.
That Ashley touring guy.
Yeah, but that was a daytime show. That's daytime drama.
But have we talked about that since then?
Time.
You know?
No, we haven't. And he hasn't come back on. So
yeah, and that was on YouTube too. That's not our CryptoMadness show.
Actually, I did a live from the group. I brought him in on during the day one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. My bad. I missed that one.
Worries. You're probably working like most people during the day.
I'm usually on point, dude. I got my phone in my truck on a magnet. I'll fucking press play and I'll watch it as I'm driving on Bluetooth, man. But
Zaf giving you hell over there, Mike.
Yeah.
I can't see the comments.
Was great. Man. Stop whoring.
Hold on. What'd he say?
No. Oh, he said me. I guess he's talking about me.
I was gonna say, Zach, you getting hella love, man. Don't hate on me.
I'm pimping it out. I'm on board. I'm on the bandwagon, titanium bandwagon right now.
Yeah,
I can see how this show is like really going to explode, man. And the conversations that we get are deep. That most people just won't go there or refuse to go there. Just want to watch cat videos, you know.
Yeah,
which is stupid. And like, to have this opportunity to just talk, and we're going to have more of these CEOs. Like, hopefully Richard comes on. Yeah, man. Like, wow. This is
he put in a word.
Huh?
Like,
he said he'd put in a word to Richard.
Yeah.
I mean, he's our connection right there. Like, I'm sure he can get him on.
I'm surprised he hasn't come on, man. I know him. I can email him. But he's so goddamn busy, I bet.
But, Doc, like my cousin, remember you did that? You went live with me for like an hour.
Yeah.
And my cousin, man, he's like 21, dude. And I'm trying to talk him into it. Like, this kid is so fucking smart. He's got his head on his shoulders, but he wants to play fucking video games for like 3 hours a night, man. Like,
that pissed the shit out of me.
and he's making excuses.
I stepped into him, man. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I stepped into him because that's exactly what it was, man. For excuses and
And I appreciate that, dude. Like, you took your time and tried to educate this kid.
Broke it down, right? Yeah. So what's the update with him?
He went back to Florida, man. And honestly, I haven't talked to him since then.
Okay.
I'm going to hit him up here. I'm going to give him a few weeks, let him see if he does anything on his own, you know? Like, you can't force people to fucking make changes, so.
Yeah, exactly. You want to keep watching your cat videos and playing video games? Go right on ahead.
Just show him your Blockfolio.
I got Google.
Dude, I did. And I showed him Doc's Blockfolio. Like, I got Doc's Blockfolio on my phone too, you know? Like, I tell so many people about Doc. Like, it's not even funny. You know, like, he's my inspiration and fucking.
I know, man.
I mean, I tell people about you to get them into crypto. Like, $200 in Stratus, you know?
Hey, what am I, chopped liver, motherfucker?
No, Bob, man, trust me, dude. No, man.
You just don't have the results yet, Bob. You got to work on them. These results are hard earned and paid for.
Dude, he's got 18 months ahead of you, Doc. Or Bob, like, trust me, you're gonna be there, brother, and I'll support you all the way, man.
I know you are, bro. I'm just kicking you in a little bit.
I'm just glad I was early. Because Bob would be rubbing it in my face.
I wish I met you 18 months ago, because I'd be right there with you, bro.
Right? And what's crazy, man, I wasn't even doing any of these YouTube videos, because honestly, like, when I first got into it, guys, and I would talk to people about this, they're like, you're insane. You're in
That's in
fucking
the
La
dark
La
web.
Land. Yeah, you know, get away from me. Go do more drugs. You know,
dude.
like,
You'll be surprised how many people don't even fucking watch YouTube. Like,
yeah.
it's if I don't know anything, I'll get on YouTube and I'll be an expert 2 hours later. Like,
exactly, right?
And I'm in the construction industry. Like, if I don't know something, if I'll fucking act like I know it.
Out.
You know?
Yeah.
And dude, the internet is amazing. Like, we got every source of information at our hands right here. Like, if people want to take advantage of it, man.
Right.
I'm not trying to help you. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Because there's probably no helping, man. You know, you got to make some effort. You know, and if you're just playing video games or watching cat videos, you know, you're just not. You know, don't even bother me because I'm just gonna get pissed off.
Yeah, right.
Right. So, how is your portfolio, man? Where are you at now?
Honestly, man, I need to really work on my fucking FOMO.
On your FOMO?
Yeah.
Fear of missing out. Yeah.
Yeah. So I bought 10 grand of Litecoin like 2 days ago. And it was at like it was on the dip, you know, it was on the dip. It's like 230 or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been reading about this Z Classic fork that's coming up with the Bitcoin private. I don't know if you heard about that or not, the BTCP.
Nope.
So if you have Z Classic or Bitcoin, when the Bitcoin private fork happens, you'll get 1-to-1 ratio of Z Classic or Bitcoin. You know, so if you have whatever you're holding of Z Classic or Bitcoin, you'll get the 1-to-1 ratio of Bitcoin private.
Okay.
And it's supposed to happen before the end of January. So I bought 10K worth of Litecoin.
Okay.
To hold, because I knew Litecoin was going to shoot back up because we're in a dip right now. You know, Litecoin was at like, you know, almost 300 or did it hit 300? I can't remember.
Yeah, it did.
And
I think it went past 300.
I sold it and bought Z Classic at 220 on the high. Not the high, like Z Classic has hit like 245 or 250 or whatever.
Okay.
And that was like yesterday. And now it's dropped down to like 180 or something.
Okay.
Which isn't shit. I mean, it's, you know, it's
still not bad. Okay, but the strategy behind it, though, is what I can understand.
Yeah.
Okay, because you're going to get a 1-to-1. So even if it goes down for a little bit, you're still going to get another coin.
Yeah.
So I can understand that, but that makes sense to me.
That was my whole thinking behind it. It was like, I'll get the fork of Bitcoin private.
Mm-hmm.
And all the forks of Bitcoin have done pretty well, you know?
Okay, what kind of returns have you averaged? Let me ask you that.
I put 11,000 in, and I'm up to about 40,000 in maybe 3 months, 2.5 months.
Okay.
I mean, not as good as I want to be, but I mean, I can't complain. You know, I'm still learning. Mm-hmm. I'm very aggressive, man. I make decisions on the fly, and I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn on that, you know.
So, like, my recommendation right off the bat, dude, is don't sell all of your positions. Like, try to just sell 50%.
Yeah.
You know, and use that because when you sell, holy shit, man, like your whole just fucking, at least with me, you know, it just runs up. And even like, you know, I gave Bob here some Neo, you know, so
he's like 60K now.
Not only is like, okay, it's 60K, but the funny thing about that is that it's gone up so much that it's like I never even took out that money to give to Bob.
Yeah.
You know, I've made. No, the accountant said that was a loan, bud. So, you know what? You don't actually, man. But let's consider it a loan. And if I'm ever in that spot where I need it, man, I know that you got my back.
You know that. Man,
you'll never be in that spot, Doc. Like you, man.
Yeah, I seriously doubt that too. But it's always good to have some backup in case all else fucking goes. You know, holy fuck.
And if I never pay it back, then you can write it off as a business loss. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I got a question for you, Doc. Like, dude, you're at the point now. I remember months ago you were talking about once you hit 1 million, then you hit 2 million. I mean, you were at like 2.5,
like around
right?
3.
Yeah, like
around
3.
3. Mm-hmm.
So when do you take that money, man? Like, when do you cash out 50% and take $1.5 million? You know, go buy your beach house in Colombia, so I come kick it with you. You know, like, when does that happen?
Like, why even take it out, man? Like, my house here is paid off.
Yeah.
My truck is paid off. I don't. But you know what? I would like a new truck with a goddamn sunroof. You know, I would like that. I want a sunroof. But so anyway, you know, besides that, so I do want the beach house. So I got 3 million right now, dude. Like, the beach house I'm looking at, you know, would be somewhere around the $500,000 area. And maybe I have the option to rent it, man. So like, why the fuck? Why don't I just rent it for another year? And guess what? That $500,000 that I put into real estate, man, that'll probably turn into like, hopefully at least a 10x. So that $500,000 could turn into 5 million.
Yeah.
So
my thing is like secure. My whole thinking is secure your future now. Like, I'm not spreading FUD or anything. Like, I believe in cryptocurrency 100%. Like, I'm all in.
No, you don't.
I do,
There's
man.
the but. There's the but. No,
there is a but. There is a but. Because
see, that's the but. So that's 99 point. You know what? I'm going to say 98%.
But
because look.
What if?
What if?
I mean,
fuck. What if, man? What if is for fucking. You know, that's for stuff that is mutable and hackable. Like this, dude. This is the best time right now to have your money in.
It is. I agree.
It really fucking is. Like, if you the benefit. Okay, so dude, like, if the whole fucking market crashes, okay, like, okay, my 3 million goes back down to, let's say, $100,000. All fucking, you know, it all goes to shit, right? And I got $100,000 in there. Still, but everything's still paid off. Or let's say I fucking lose it all. Right? Everything's still, I'm still in a good position. But
that's not going to happen, though.
We're at 3 mil, right? So if I keep it in there and I do a 10x, I'm at 30 million.
Yeah.
And if we do a 20x, well, fuck, dude, I'm at 60 million.
But I'm going to quote you here. You said you could live in Colombia on $1 million like a king.
Less than $1 million.
Okay, so when is enough though, you know? Like, if you cash out 50% now, like, you're still good, bro. Like,
but guys, he can leave his.
Let's put that fucking song up there that says, "I want to be a billionaire."
Oh, dude,
so
me too, man.
Fucking bad.
Yeah.
He can leave his Neo in and live off the gas in Colombia.
Yeah.
That he's making.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I'm not telling you to sell, dude, at all. Trust me, I'm a holder just like you, except for little shit I play with. I got a certain amount set aside that I play with just because I'm impatient and I like to do shit, you know? I got to be doing something all the time.
Guess what? Like, I did that too, bud. All right. And then I said, well, you know what? Why not take this little bit and we'll put it in the margin trading. And and fuck it, I'll even borrow against it because my predictions are so goddamn good. I know fucking the money's going to come rushing back in. Like, this is a no-brainer. And I got burned.
Yeah.
And then,
there's a guy in the comments that is with another ICO, and he wants to come. Kyler Anderson wants to come on the show with I guess the CEO, or he might be the CEO from that project. So
we are a crypto project called New Real. We have been in semi-stealth mode and are about to ready to come out. We are a crypto project. Okay. Kyle, you want to come on the show, man? Like, I'll have you on the show.
We got about 10 minutes left in this one before it shuts us out.
Oh, we can start over.
Yeah. Yeah, we can keep on going. I feel good. I feel real
We've
good.
also, my daughter gave us she messaged me that she was watching the live show and she had a little input. So I don't know if you want that posted up. I can't post it in the.
Why can't we have her on, man?
I'm excited.
Yeah. Why can't we have her? I want her to talk about it, man.
It's almost 1 in the morning, and I think she's going to be going to school in the morning. So
she's all in. It's cool.
Yeah, like so what, dude? She's 18. You know they don't go to sleep till like 2, 3 in the morning and sleep like 2, 3 hours, and then bam. You know, they're at that 18 age, man, where they're fucking gods. No, you don't think so?
No, she might be asleep.
Wake
Actually,
her ass up.
It was one of her friends watching the live, and somehow I got a message through my daughter's Facebook. So obviously they can get into her Facebook and make a comment. So no, that was a false alarm. It was not hers. Yeah, I just got an update.
Why don't we bring her friend on?
Right.
I want to talk to her friends too and see what where the younger generation is with crypto, man. Like, what do the kids say? Where the fuck is this going?
Dude, honestly, I got a lot of younger generation around me. My employees, 20 and under, my nephews, none of them know what cryptocurrency is.
Really?
Yeah, none of them, dude. It's amazing.
What the fuck are they teaching at school, man?
I've got babysitters that watch my daughter. They're 18 and 19, and I've asked them, "You've heard of Bitcoin?" No, dude. They don't have a clue, man.
You can pay them an electronic.
Yeah, I could,
So that you see right there, man, how special this show is, and how far-reaching this show is. Like, Bob's wife Amy sent me this video, legendary. Like, that's what we're doing here, dude. This is going to be legendary. Like the types of returns for people that are paying attention. Like, guys, this is going to be wild off the fucking hook.
So glad to be a part of it. You don't even know.
Hey, and I was offered a job at Titanium.
Dude, that's fucking awesome, dude.
Right?
Now we'll see if he's the man of his word or not.
Hey, no disrespect, Doc, but Bob, man, Michael was really impressed with Bob. Man, Bob wasn't even talking, man. Like, he was.
Hell, I got a free consultation. Like, Michael, I could tell, well, you know, he's going to be coming on a lot, man, and having these deep, you know, far out there discussions.
Yeah.
I'm going to go see him in Los Angeles, too.
He also said we would get the news first.
Yeah.
He'd be the first person to get it.
It's not what you know, too, you know, man. I built my business on that shit.
Like, yeah, exactly.
And I shared this live stream to the Electronium community, which has like 50,000 members. And every time I've shared your guys' live show, they never approved it. They fucking approved this one tonight. Yeah.
Oh, they approved this one tonight because we had Michael on.
Tonight. Yep.
So, all right, that's interesting.
That's all right. That means people will come to where. Maybe
that means
that's why
Michael
we got
had some pull to get us approved. I like that. That's why we had so many people.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why we got 70 people waiting to get into this Facebook group right now.
450 viewers? Like, that's crazy, man.
That was crazy.
And you got to think that people were coming in and going out too, right? So they were transient. I'll be real surprised when this is done to see what the number is on number of views.
Wow. I think this one's going to set records, guys. I really do. How much time we got? Dude, we got like 6 minutes.
Oh, shit.
Maybe less.
Well, I appreciate you guys putting me on this live stream. Like, this is out of my comfort zone. Like, I don't do this shit.
This was awesome, though, man. We had Michael on. We had the Baxters on. We had you. We had my buddy.
We had James.
Wow, man. This one, like, you
can
see
I love James, man. He's got some good insight. Like, I like hearing what he's got to say, man.
Yeah.
And fresh perspective, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Mike, are you buying into Titanium?
Definitely, man. I'm going to use Bob's referral link, man.
Right on. I'm going to use
that, man.
Bob's my dude, man. I've always used his referral links, not yours, Doc, but you're still my homie, man. Your family too.
You know what? I'm cool with that because you know what? Everything that Bob gets just helps me too, man. Like the less pressure that's on him, the better he feels, and he sees the vision. Like, he's already seen it, dude. Like this guy used to work for free, you know, just to help me succeed. Like anything that I can do on top of that, man, is just icing on the cake.
I'm trying to get my whole family retired.
Yeah. I am
already
too,
a millionaire. We're trying to make Bob a millionaire now, so we all got to step up and help him out.
Dude, like I'm telling you guys, like I'm trying to make everyone who wears my T-shirt a millionaire. Like you'll be
the first man in the group to order your shirt, bro, and represent.
I know we're gonna see Bob's daughter in my T-shirt.
You know what the bad part is?
Huh?
That you sent me these Neos, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, shit. I don't want to sell my Neo even to pay my electric bill, and I don't want to sell my Electronia. So I'm like, damn. I got to get some
I have
cash.
that same fucking problem, dude. Why do you think I was going to sell my truck?
Now think about this. Think you sent me on Monday. If I would have cashed out some, if I would have cashed out, $5,000 worth, right? That would have been 50 Neos. That 50 Neos made me how much? This week, another $2,500 or more. 2,500, right?
Yeah.
No, because it basically, well, it
half $3,000,
half fixed.
So Doc sent me. Sorry, go ahead, bro.
Go ahead.
I was say Doc sent me 21 Neos, and at the time it was like $2,100, and it's at $32.63 right now. And I'm gonna hold that shit till it gets up to 500.
Nice.
Like,
you know what would be really nice there, Mike?
What? I'll send it back to you.
Send it back. Like, hopefully it does it within this month, right?
That's already on my mind, man.
Yeah, right. So that way, like, this never even fucking happened.
Never happened, bro.
We took care of it, and it never even happened.
Yep. Dude, trust me, I'm on the same level, man. Like, I did not expect you to pay me back, man. Like, that was just, man, that was the coolest shit anybody's ever done for me, man. I like, for real.
Right.
Like,
and then, man, this fundraiser for the Baxter family, this one really felt good, man. I mean, right here in the fucking heart, man. Like my buddies all stepped up. I've made them lots of money, and now, one of my mods, holy fuck, dude, this felt really good. And then also Michael, who came on earlier, the CEO, he sees this too, that we help these guys. Oh,
hey, put your shirt link up.
All right. I'll put it up there, guys.
Everybody watching, you got to get a Dr. Reefer shirt, man. World fucking famous. I mean, even if you don't even smoke weed, or you got friends that smoke weed, like, represent.
Right.
And I'm going to get my medical card from Doc, too. And I don't even smoke weed very often.
Dr. Reefer is not just about marijuana, guys. Like, it's like Dr. Reefer is about ending the drug war and advancing civilization, even with crypto.
About 1 minute, probably.
About 1 minute. So, guys, there's my Gear Bubble link for the Dr. Reefer store. My buddy Don Wilson owns Gear Bubble. He ships around the world. I love the world fucking famous one with the girls. Yep. That is my favorite one. I just have a bunch of these old ones, that they're still really good. And I can kind of go incognito. A lot of people think it's Dr. Pepper. If they don't look twice, they're like, what? Oh, Dr. Reefer.
Dude,
sometimes I don't.
Can I tell you something real quick before we cut off?
Go ahead.
I wore your shirt to do an estimate at a customer's house. She was like a 70-year-old lady, and I was measuring some shit to remodel her house. I wore your shirt, and she was like, what is that? I'm like, oh, that's a good friend of mine. He's in Vegas, and, his name's Dr. Reefer, and he helped legalize marijuana in Vegas and Colorado. And she's like, oh, that's cool. I take cannabis, too, for my arthritis. Like, that shit is fucking crazy, man. Like, you never know who does it, and it's ridiculous that it's not fucking legal everywhere, man.
Look, yeah, Kyler says,
go to the Electronium ETN Facebook group and put in a answer the 3 questions and join the group, and we're on every night in this group.
Awesome, Kyler.
And message Bob, man. Like, we'd like to have you on the show. We want to have developers, people who have anything to do with blockchain. Like, we want to be discussing high-level, intelligent conversations with you guys.
Kyler, join our Facebook group.
Yeah. You should be seeing it at the top. ETN holders.
Yeah, ETN. No, Electronium ETN is what it says on your at the top.
Oh, yeah, at the top. But the actual link is facebook.com/groups/ETN holders. So, oh, is that Electronium ETN? I didn't know. I created the group.
And this was actually a pretty tame show, right? Because usually, guys, it gets pretty wild. So if you're offended by F-bombs and all that, maybe don't watch because